Muted. Yes, yes, I was muted. Sorry, I was wrangling my screens. Um, oh, Sleepy, you said I was muted too. I'm sorry. I was so focused on my screens being discombobulated, I didn't pay attention to my chat. Thank you. Cool. I'm glad it's better. Right on. Yes, Lambert, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. What's up? Good to see you, Vegansaurus. Obviously, Lambretta, good to see you. Jason Goot, what's up? Um, Combative Descent, I don't think I've seen you before. Little Vegan Peg, what's up? Marissa, oh, Marissa. I don't know if I've ever noticed that you had a TH at the end of your name. Good to see you. Let's see. Jake is here. What's up? I keep saying what's up. Fly Cincy, hi. Oh my gosh, so many great vegans. Another damn vegan. Hi, thank you for being here. Lewis, of course, you're always here early. I didn't get to see who was here technically first, so I do apologize. Chip has that great system of checking who's here first to be able to give you your kudos. Hello. Good to see y'all. Sleepy, thank you for being here. Live, hey. I saw that festival, those pictures. Looks like it was a great festival. Vegan Siren, thank you for the heart. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, I just noticed that you gave me that. Thank you so much. Oh, actually, this reminds me. I have great news for TikTok. So, my audience here on TikTok, I actually took the funds that you guys have been donating to me and I invested them into a microphone so that when I go out on the streets and interview people, I can go live both on YouTube and TikTok now. So I can talk to you guys while I'm also interviewing other people. Because vegans, well, make sure you don't use the M word just because TikTok might flag you. But because vegans murder more animals than people who eat them do. Okay, so my question then is to you: do you think that we should reduce the crop field deaths? Do you think that we should try to reduce that? And if so, then the only way to do that is to live vegan because those animals that you're using have to eat something. We have to clear land either for pasture space or to grow the food they eat. So you're actually compounding those crop deaths. I agree. We shouldn't have crop deaths. We can improve crop farming, but you can't remove the exploitation of using animals. Hope that answers that. Vegan means an ethical stance against the exploitation of other sentient beings, other animals. So I'll go over my background. Obviously, you can see I'm standing up for the animals. I do have cows, pigs, chickens, and fish on there, but there's clearly so many other animals that I'm talking about as well. Anybody with a brain and a central nervous system that is alive is most likely sentient. So 18 and older only. And I have my resources all on antianimaluse.org. If you go on there, click see what I fund, there's a 3-minute film you can watch. Ask yourself if you really want to give your money to those people. And if you learn that you don't need to use animals, maybe you want to take that next step, those resources are on there too. It's got like what's called the Vegan Daily Dozen. I don't know if you can see that. But basically it just tells you your servings of foods: 3 servings of beans, 3 servings of fruit, 1 cruciferous, which is a type of vegetable, 2 other kinds of veggies like carrots or cucumbers, and then 2 servings of greens like leafy greens. Lettuce could go under there, but I would eat something more like spinach or kale or cabbage. And then you've got 1 serving of flaxseed, 3 servings of whole grains, 1 serving of berries, 1 serving of nuts, 5 servings of water or whatever it is for your body weight, and a serving of a B12 supplement, maybe 90 minutes of exercise. That's the Daily Dozen. That's how you do it. So if you go to my website, you'll see all that information. You can also find it on different websites like nutritionfacts.org or YouTube. You can watch Dominion for free on YouTube. So please go check out those resources if you're curious and maybe you're intimidated to come up here. Ugh. Oh, I wanted to share also with YouTube. Here's the link. So if anybody in YouTube wants to come over here to TikTalk, you can do so. Request up link. There we go. It's pinned in the chat. So with that said, I see we have a couple. Oh, hey, Life, what's up? I see we have a request. If you're willing to wait a second, delete. Hey, Life, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well.
I am so sore from the weekend.
Yeah, walking around.
Walking around, we had to get order more drinks like water and stuff because it was so hot and so full that we sold out of everything, which is a good thing to sell out.
Right on.
Everybody was sitting on the grass and stuff, but even the food trucks, most of them sold out.
Wow. That's great. That's great. That's a great problem to have, right? Like nobody likes it when a truck runs out, but it's a good problem. It shows that people like the food.
Like I had a veggie bowl which had edamame beans, tofu, quinoa. It was called a protein bowl with spinach, a smoked chili sauce on it, fried onions. Oh, it was so good.
That sounds good.
And we were quite busy. So that's the update on that.
That's great.
It was just awesome.
Awesome. Well, you ready to talk to some of these people with me? Oh, you got to be over 18 though. I'm sorry. Are you ready to talk to some of these people with me?
I'll do my best.
Let's do it. Delete. I tried to bring you up, but it wouldn't let you for some reason.
I eat animals.
You're a child. I get it. Go play Nintendo or something. I don't know. What do kids play these days? It's Ness. Are you over 18?
Just turned 18.
Oh, you are not. Got it. Rando. I feel like we've spoken before. Rando, are you over 18?
No, but
Okay. Well, I appreciate the honesty at least. Marvin. Oh. Made you disappear for some reason. Marvin, are you over 18?
yes, I am. And I'm eating steak right now. Bitch, eat some.
Yeah, it sounds like puberty hasn't quite hit yet. Spade.
Nope.
Are you over 18?
I'm over 18, but
All right. Ninja. Are you over 18?
Yeah, I am.
What year were you born?
2000.
Are you over 18? Where are all the adults? Where are your parents? This is ridiculous. Giannis, are you over 18?
Yes, I am over 18.
Goodness gracious, guys, come on. Are you freaking for real? I said 18 and older. Can you not read? Maybe you need to go back to school. My goodness.
They can't read.
I'm just going to take a second here until we get some serious opposition because, my goodness, everyone's pubescent. So I'm Vegan Stoner Lady, and I'm here to talk about veganism. I'm here to talk about animal rights. So veganism is an ethical stance against the exploitation of sentient beings. Sentience means the ability to have experiences and emotions, just like you and I. You can have emotions, I can have emotions. And because we can have these experiences, I would argue that's all we care about in each other, in other humans. It's not about who their parents are, what they look like, who they're related to, what they think about, how hairy they are, where they live, right? That none of those things matter when it comes to respecting others. What matters is someone's sentience, their ability to care about what happens to themselves. This is everything to us. So when we find out that other animals are just as sentient, because sentience is actually binary, you either are experiencing life or not. So when we learn that they're experiencing life, why wouldn't we want to respect that just like we demand to be respected? What is it that other animals lack that 100% of humans have that would justify the difference in treatment? most non-vegans have to turn to ableism in order to justify what they do to other animals. They claim the animals are dumber than them. They claim the animals are a different DNA, so they express a different shape in their body and they think about other things. So because they look different and think different, even though they still care about themselves, some non-vegans will still think you're different, therefore I can use you. And if we look at other times that this type of logic has been enabled, you can look at it in racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, right? So we notice that these groups are all in groupthink. They're always saying, I'm going to ignore the fact that you care what's going to happen to yourself, and I'm going to do what I want to your body, right? Would you ever tolerate that? Someone who doesn't care what happens to you, using you, your body? I wouldn't tolerate that.
Yeah.
You can add something if you want, Life. I want to kill time till we get some adults in the room.
You said everything very well. And if people would attend vegan fests and stuff, they would see how much food is available. Holy,
Yeah, for sure.
like I ate a little bit too much.
There's nothing wrong with
But
that. I mean, so we have a lot of vegan junk food places around us when there aren't any festivals going on. We have lots of fully vegan restaurants around us. We have one that's kind of like all the burger places, and it's called Faceplant. And I got a couple of burgers, some fries. They have vegan chicken nuggets, a vegan milkshake. I definitely ate too much yesterday. It was amazing. So
I think we had 2 food trucks there. I didn't have a chance to try them. You can only try so much.
yeah.
But they use mushrooms in the burger patty
Oh,
mushrooms thing.
so good. I
Um,
love mushrooms.
there's another truck that had quesadilla. I was hoping to try their quesadilla, but there was a line up there, and I was just like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's a line, it's not
Um,
really not really
like
worth it.
my favorite one was the protein bowl, and I even told the people from the food truck because they're just starting out, and they're not far from me here, like just up the street.
Hmm.
And I said, your protein bowl, as they called it, was awesome.
Oh,
I
good.
love quinoa though too, but you have to give people that are starting pretty new with their food truck kudos, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
so then we had, you probably saw in the photos, like PETA was there,
Mm-hmm.
and a few other clothing brands. I didn't have a chance to go all the way around, but it was so hot. It was 30 degrees Celsius.
Wow. That's
Um,
hot. Is that
we
like
had a
80 something, 86 degrees?
something like that.
Yeah, it
And
was
so we had a
something
sprinkler
like that
set
here.
up behind the where we were selling water and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right behind us, we had a sprinkler set up so that the kids or anybody can run under the water.
Oh, that's so sweet. I bet they
And then we had a
appreciated that.
cocktail. Yeah, definitely. And then we had the cocktail bar, and most people wanted mojitos.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, it's hot.
and I saw the numbers they came in, and the event was well received.
Good.
So,
Wonderful.
yeah. And so people need to, I think the activism is good, but I think also people need to also attend events like this to see what's available as well and not just be closed minded.
Quit yapping, bro. I can't wait to eat my steak and beef.
Wow, it's too bad that you had to crash out, dude. We could have maybe had a conversation, but I don't know. Maybe that foretold what was going to happen anyway.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, Sleepy.
And do you know what? I like it when people blurt out like that because it's automatic.
It was just an echo. Hey, Sleepy. It's okay, Life. You
Hi.
can finish your statement. Hey, Sleepy, remind me. I know we've had conversations. You're vegan, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about it. Why aren't you vegan yet?
I just want to say, all these people in the comments like, oh, I love steak and eggs. Oh, I want to eat burgers. Like, bro, dude, grow up.
Yeah. All right, wait, so real quick, are you over 18?
Yeah.
Okay, you just sound quite young.
No, I turned 18 May 14th.
Oh, okay. Happy belated birthday.
Thanks.
Yep, happy belated.
Yeah. So why aren't you vegan yet?
For my health.
Like, what do you think you need from animals?
I don't really have the nutrients memorized, but it's a list of like 15 nutrients that are exclusive to animals.
If I could give you a resource that showed you could get everything you needed from a plant-based diet, would you change your mind?
With artificial supplements?
What's wrong with supplements?
No supplements.
Yeah, you don't have to take supplements. I would recommend it personally because otherwise you have to keep track of everything you're eating, and I'm lazy. So supplements just make it easy. But you don't necessarily have to. You can eat fortified foods or stuff like duckweed, but like I said, you have to make sure you're getting enough. So
I mean, me personally, I would never like take a supplement because most of them are
do you
made
eat salt?
like no,
You don't eat salt.
no, it's a rock. It's
It's a
I mean,
mineral.
eat a spoonful.
You know, you
eat a-
do
eat a-
need iodine, right? Where do
You
you
get that
where do
from-
you get your iodine from? You have to go Google it.
Salt
I
is
don't
in
really know.
everything.
So salt is often fortified with iodine. A lot of cow's milk are fortified with vitamin D. A lot
Oh,
of
there's
cereals.
iodine in raw milk and eggs.
Okay, so
And
Okay,
organs.
so let's talk about the ethics then. Let's say that you can be perfectly healthy on both diets, which is true.
No.
Yes. Are you gonna?
I mean,
if
I
you're
feel like
gonna
every
deny
time I try to
science,
try to
Sleepy,
bring it to
Sleepy,
health, you bring it.
Sleepy, Sleepy. If you're gonna deny science, I really don't have an interest in talking to you. Do you really not believe in the scientific method?
What did I deny?
You just said you don't believe that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet, but the Academy of
Yeah,
Nutrition
and
and
I'm saying let's.
the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, which is the largest body of professionals that focus on how diet affects your health, they have 6,000 to 8,000 hours focused on this, have all concluded that a plant-based diet is nutritionally adequate as long as it's well planned for every stage of life. So you can get everything you need.
Plant-based or vegan?
Plant-based. Vegan is an ethical stance, of course. So veganism
And we're
has
talking
not a
about-
diet.
I mean, even plant-based
Veganism is not a diet. Let's be clear. Veganism is a stance against the exploitation. So I don't wear someone's skin, right? I don't steal their hair. I don't steal their eggs or their feathers or their scales. I don't watch them in zoos or circuses or aquariums. I don't demand that they be tested or used cosmetics on them so that we know that they don't burn your eyes, even though we already know this information, right? That's what a vegan does. A vegan says, I don't want to support someone's slavery. Do you have a problem with that?
And what studies are you talking about?
What are you
Like
what are you talking about? What
When you were saying the
reference to what?
studies, when you were saying the studies that show that plant-based is healthy.
I just
What
told you the
studies?
Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
All right, relax. I just didn't hear you.
Okay. Tell me to relax and I'll drop you like a rock. Like, get out of here.
The conversation was going nowhere.
It really wasn't. And I do actually remember now arguing with them in the chat. So, or in my comments on my videos. Wolf and Odin, are you over 18?
Yeah, I am.
I'm sorry. Okay, cool.
I saw it.
Why aren't you vegan yet?
Well, to be honest with you, because about what I'm about to go do is take some hamburger meat, pour some steak sauce in it.
Oh,
with
so
some
you're a
onion
child.
soup mix,
You're a child?
with some onion soup.
Yeah, so your brain is like an 8-year-old. I gotcha. Well, you know what? That's okay. Even
I'm telling you
8-year-olds,
why.
even 8-year-olds can learn that cows feel pain. So why aren't you eating? It's interesting that you have a wolf on your cover. Do you eat wolf meat? Do you grind them up into
No,
burgers?
no, I do not eat
Do you
wolf meat.
do you do it to dogs? Do you grind up dogs and
No,
eat them?
I haven't.
Why
Hey,
not?
Joby,
To be
Joby,
consistent,
have I
sir,
got
to
you up
be
yet?
consistent, sir, you should be open to eating all animals.
So, are we going to talk rationally, or are we going to
I don't
ask
know. You're the one that
25
came in here
questions
like a
that are
child.
really
You're the one that
stupid?
came in here
No,
like a child. saying, oh, I'm going to do all these stupid, horrible things because I know it triggers you. Maybe if you want to have an adult conversation, you should join the conversation as an adult in a mature fashion. Can't believe I have to teach an old man that. It's ridiculous. Like, get your shit together. Let's go.
And then you got a person like Addie here in the
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'll mute
chat
it.
that goes, should all animals be vegan? There's many vegan animals.
Well, and like, to be honest, veganism truly is a human construct that we're just recognizing other sentience and other beings and saying, hey, I'm sentient. I don't want to be misused or exploited. So why would I do it to other feeling beings?
Exactly.
And I wouldn't say that I mean, we are seeing that other animals do have empathy. There's evolutionary benefits to having empathy for each other. So we are seeing that it's not just unique to us to feel for others. So we do know they have empathy, but as far as like a full construct, we don't know for sure if they're vegan. But yeah, there are definitely herbivorous and like plant-based only animals. Hey, Dee, thank you for being patient. Are you over 18?
I'm 45.
Beautiful. Are you vegan?
No.
All right. Do you know what veganism means?
Like plant-based type things, not eating flesh, meat of any type of kind, something like that. Anything that's conscious, not eating that.
That is a like
I mean,
side
even though
effect.
plants are kind of conscious, but
So that's a side effect of veganism. Veganism is actually this ethical stance to not demand a sentient being's enslavement. So because I don't want to be enslaved, I don't want to demand someone else being enslaved or exploited. Even if plants were sentient, which is laughable, but even if they were,
I don't know, I
actually
said they were
stop
sentient
for a
over
second. I have an
go
explanation
ahead.
for you.
Yep.
So
Go ahead.
even if they were sentient, we still feed most of our plants to the animals that we exploit. So there's a giant study on this. It's the largest on the subject called Reducing Food's Environmental Impacts Through Producers and Consumers. And it's the largest one. Like I said, they found that if we stopped enslaving other animals, if we stopped exploiting them, farming them, whatever, we could actually reduce our agricultural land use by 75%. Are you listening?
Sorry.
I just want to make
Yeah, I'm
sure you
listening. I
hear
was
me.
coughing. I hear you. Yeah.
This is just vital that you hear this. We can reduce
Go ahead,
our.
I'm listening.
I don't know. It got loud in the background.
I was coughing. Sorry.
I know there's like a TV though.
Usually comes off to the back.
It's getting louder now.
Yeah, I'm going out of the other room because I do want to hear you.
Okay.
Sorry about that. My daughter walked in with her tablet. Go ahead.
Okay. So the study found if we stopped using animals, we could not only feed more people, but we could rewild the land equivalency of North America and Brazil combined. Feed more people, greener planet, not be subjugating someone to exploitation. Doesn't that sound like a better world?
I mean, I don't think you can. I think you can have both and still be a good world.
Do you recognize that animals feel emotions?
No.
So then, to be honest, you're denying science. We have the Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness and the New York Declaration of Consciousness. They state clearly that animals with a brain and a central nervous system are most likely sentient. So the cows, the pigs,
Well,
the
no,
fish.
I understand
the
they
chicken.
feel things.
So I
They feel
asked you,
pain.
do you understand? Yeah, pain is a type of emotion. It's a subjective feeling, right? So they feel pain.
Okay, we'll draw the line there, though.
Do they feel suffering?
If you were to like just go chop off a dog's leg or something,
So
obviously, yeah,
you've
they
never
could feel
seen
pain.
a dog miss their owner? Dogs can't get anxiety?
I think dogs are a lot brighter than cows. We have a dairy
Are
farm.
you
here.
sure about that?
We slaughter
Are you
cows.
sure about that?
I would think so.
Yeah. So do you think
If
that your
I pointed a shotgun
anecdotal
at my
do you
dog,
think
it
your
definitely would
anecdotal
move.
experience matters more than what has been shown over and over again in studies?
I just believe from my experience
So
pointing,
cows
and I'm
are
not saying that,
actually just as intelligent as dogs. They're called grass puppies sometimes. They like to play with balls. They're very intelligent. They're actually one of the
yeah, baby
animals
calves
that
are very,
they're one of the
very much like
animals.
dogs.
They're one of the most studied farm animals, dairy cows specifically. They're very maternal. They find that when they're not being exploited and they end up having a baby, that they end up doing that. It takes a village method. They share taking turns taking care of the calf. And they have names for each
see
other.
that.
They literally call out names to specific cows. Did you know that?
No, but I can see
Did
that.
you see what I'm saying? That even though
We
you
breed
have,
and slaughter cows here,
do
so
you
I see
understand
the
what I'm
cows.
saying? What am I saying?
No, I get it. You're saying that they have more emotions than what I'm saying, what I
Right.
think, what
So
I
they
know.
have more.
Well,
They have
it's not
similar
wrong.
emotions to like a dog, and you said that it would be wrong to do this to dogs, right?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, so why would you be okay if I was to move right next to you and start a dog farm? And let's say I'm farming the dogs exactly how you farm your cows.
I mean, yeah, because I don't believe that should be illegal.
You don't think it should be legal?
Illegal, like that would be illegal.
Oh, okay, so you
for
think it should be my right to farm dogs?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hang them upside down. I'm going to slit their throat and drain them of their blood.
As long as they're dead when you do it, yeah.
Oh, I do stun them, but it's like 30 seconds to a
No,
minute.
I'm not into. No, that's horrible. I've seen those videos of them what they do to the hogs. We don't do that. I put a round in the back of its
about their
head.
experiences.
Well, I think it should be done humanely.
Okay, so you do care about their experiences.
As long as it's done humanely, yes.
So you care about their
Yes, so
experiences.
yeah, I do. Yes, ma'am.
If their experiences matter, if we should do it the humane way because we don't want them to unnecessarily suffer, the fact that we don't need to use them means they're unnecessarily suffering. You're taking
Well, we
life
don't
from
need to
somebody who
use
didn't want
plants
to
either.
die. You're taking life from somebody who didn't want to die. They wanted
I know,
to
but your
live.
verbiage was that we don't need to. We don't need to eat just
What do
plants
you-
either. So
What do you need from animals that justifies stealing their life?
their flesh, their milk, their skin,
Okay,
their bones.
what in there do you need specifically? Because I have meat,
Everything.
bones, skin. You could use me as well.
You're a human.
What's wrong with using human?
Well, there's a huge difference.
Break it
Cow's a
down
big
for me
dumb
because I'd
animal.
love to hear this.
Okay, cool. If I pointed a shotgun in your face, you would definitely give me a reaction. I probably slaughtered over 1,000 cows on this
Okay,
farm, and I
so
point a shotgun at them. They
Shut
don't
up for a
move.
second. God, you're so violent. So a child doesn't necessarily understand what a shotgun is, right? You could point a gun in their face and pew them in the face. They wouldn't know until it happened. Does that justify doing that to the child? I hope you say no. You can unmute yourself. It's in the middle.
Oh, sorry, I'm not too used to this right
Is
here.
it moral then to put the pew in a child's face who's not aware of what that is?
No, it's a human, not a big dumb animal.
So what's the difference between humans and animals, D? I can hear it. You don't know.
I'm telling you, I've slaughtered hundreds of cows. They're
D,
big,
I
they're
think you're
dumb.
too dumb. Let's move on. Good God, dude. All you can do is talk about violence and how you spill someone's blood and how you can crack them open. Like, I want you to seriously think about what you're doing. Those are babies. They're babies, and you're bragging about how you can crack open babies. You're a baby schmurderer. You're literally, these individuals, they care so much about what's going to happen to them. They fight to not let it happen. You say they don't have a reaction. They do. That's why I don't believe that you've actually done this process, because they do know. They can smell. They're much more intelligent than you think they are, but you're too dumb to recognize their intelligence. I guess that means that we can exploit you, right? Because you're not as intelligent as the average. You just think that animals are automatons, whereas the more intelligent humans recognize the cows are sentient. Maybe something you should think about.
Damn.
I cannot believe people are so okay with demeaning animals to the point where they're like, they don't feel. Uh-oh, someone's pushing a hard turd out.
Yep.
Don't strain yourself too hard. You might give yourself some kind of a heart attack.
Hernia.
A hernia. Don't hurt yourself. Oh, okay, Luke, you've been here a minute. I'll give you a chance. Are you over 18?
Yes, I'm 28 years old.
All right. I assume you're not vegan. Are you vegan?
No, I'm not a vegan.
Yeah. What is veganism?
Veganism is basically not indulging in the practice of exploiting animals, right?
It's pretty close, yeah. We don't want to demand someone's exploitation. Does that align with
Yeah, exactly.
Does that align with your own principles?
It's complex. It's a yes and a no.
Okay, I'll break it down for me.
Well, are you against indigenous people wearing feathers on their hat?
It depends on what the situation is.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if
'cause
they're going
I did a
out, if
vegan
they're
diet.
going out when they have other options to take
I
someone's
did a
life.
vegan diet.
What about a vegan diet?
well, a plant-based diet for like a month and a half, and it was good. I had all the I was supplementing on all the vitamins, iron, but I still felt weak.
Okay. Well, did you reach out to a dietitian?
No, I didn't.
Okay. If I gave you a resource, would you be open to looking
Yeah,
into it?
definitely. I definitely would.
I would go to challenge22.com. They have access to a free dietitian, which is amazing. And they actually like a one-on-one, and they can help you find everything you need so that you're not feeling tired, because maybe you're just not getting enough calories in general, and they can help you with that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think most people eat meat because of the bulk of the calories, right?
I think most people eat animal products out of convenience, pleasure, and tradition.
Because in less fortunate countries, right, quote unquote third world countries, they feel privileged whenever they get the chance to eat meat, right?
Yeah,
Most people don't eat meat.
It's very expensive to feed someone and then eat their body, because they're going to eat more than you would. That's
right. No, because they're malnourished. They barely eat meat.
Well, so what I'm saying is, to use animals, you have to feed the animal more plants than if you just ate the plants directly. And a lot of these poor nations where they're still eating animal products, it's because a lot of them are incentivized, excuse me, I couldn't think of the word, incentivized to grow grains that are going to be fed to animals. So there's not as many human crops. They're not as incentivized to grow those. So those countries, those foods become too expensive for them to afford, so they end up using more animal products. But if you actually look more often, native foods and meals are often very plant-based. They, like you say, they don't use a lot of animal products because of the expense of having to grow plants to feed the animals. But you can get everything you need. Although someone may be still missing something, that doesn't mean you can't thrive on a plant-based diet.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Let me see what else. What else would I like to add on?
Well, I'm more like curious why you think animals are a resource for you to use instead of an individual who is an ends of their own.
So would you consider humans to be animals?
Yes, we're apes.
Other animals eat animals.
Yeah. Other animals grape each other too.
Why don't you marry a chicken or a cow?
Okay, so do you want to have a serious conversation, or are you just
that is a
crashing
real
out?
question. That's a real genuine question.
Because I'm not attracted to them.
But there's other people that might be.
Okay.
Right? Because I always hear the argument from vegans.
What's your point? Because some people might look at animals and
I'm gonna tell my point.
Luke, I'm here to ask about why you aren't vegan. I don't care what other people are thinking. I'm asking you.
No, vegans say, why don't I eat other humans? Because I'm a human.
Well, what's wrong with eating humans?
I'm not a cannibal.
What's wrong with that, though?
I'm not a cannibal.
Okay,
I'm not a cannibal.
You're just begging the question. You're not answering it. Why is it immoral to eat a human?
Because it's against the law.
So in a place where there's no law, it's totally moral in your opinion?
Well, morality differs based on cultures, right?
No.
My morality won't equate to your morality.
I would say, yes, that morality is somewhat subjective, but I do think we all agree that we ourselves should be respected because we're sentient. I don't care how intelligent I am compared to you. I don't care what I look like compared to you. I don't care that I come from another place, right? You don't have rights over my body. Even though you may have power over me, maybe you're stronger than me, doesn't give you rights to do what you want to my body.
Right.
So what is it then about other animals that, like, what do other animals miss that 100% of humans have that justifies what we do to other animals?
Well, I live in a farm. I let my cows and my chickens roam around the grass.
So let's trade those animals out with humans. Would that still be moral, what you're doing?
No.
Why not? I agree with you. Why not?
Because that would be enslavement.
Yeah, it would be. Why is enslavement of humans wrong?
Well, I don't enslave my animals. I let them roam around the grass.
Why
I give them
would
freedom.
enslavement of humans be wrong?
Why? Because we're born with natural rights.
Inherent rights. I agree. We have inherent rights to not be exploited, right? Regardless of what any law says.
Exactly. So if a human, right, try to enslave me, I'm gonna fight to the death
As you
to
should.
try to free myself. To
Absolutely.
free myself.
Yes,
It's unfortunate that animals can't.
I agree. They
And
try. They try.
but they can't overpower me, and that's not my fault. It's just the way of, it's just the circle, it's just, how would I put it? It's just
So a rapist could say the same thing to his victims. It's too bad they can't fight me off, but I want my
yeah,
pleasure,
just,
so I'm going to use them anyway.
hey man, it's unfortunate, but
Ooh,
that's the
did
world that
you
we
just
live in.
condone grape?
No, it happens, right? It happens. I'm not.
Just because something happens, that doesn't make it moral. I'm sorry, I can't keep you up here if you're going to condone that. That's not okay. Grape is not okay. You should never, ever, ever force your purpose onto somebody else. All right, that's terrible, always terrible. And you're forcing your purpose onto other animals who are sentient, who care about what happens to themselves. Metal Goat, are you over 18?
Yo, hello.
Are you over 18?
Yeah, but I'm not.
Okay. Why aren't you, are you vegan?
No.
Okay. Do you know what veganism means?
From what you described, I guess, yeah, sure.
So it's a stance against the exploitation of other beings. I don't want to demand others be enslaved for me because I don't want to be enslaved. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what is it about animals that you think makes them a resource instead of a someone?
Well, honestly,
Yeah, I'd like
well,
to
I'm
know.
about to say might sound effed up, but I personally feel like it's because we're just better.
Okay. Well, if you look back on every atrocity in the past when there's been oppression, don't you think that's been the same mindset as the oppressors?
Sure, but you do know animals are almost 10 times more worse than us, right?
What do you mean they're 10 times worse than us?
Have you ever walked around the street and saw somebody just kill somebody's baby?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, they do that. Humans do that.
No, I said, like, if you walk down the street.
I mean, I haven't seen an animal do that either.
Well, they do this on a day-to-day basis.
Some humans do as
Why are
well.
you dodging the question?
I have seen someone get shot on the side of the street, and they did have children with them.
It's terrible.
So
Where do you live? Like, where do you live that you just walk down
it
the street and see
happened.
that?
It was in West Valley, Utah. West Valley,
yeah,
Utah.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's terrible. It
Okay.
shouldn't happen
So,
anywhere.
right. So
I do want to add, though, just because animals do bad things, it doesn't give you a moral license to also do bad things. You can go ahead, Axel, though. Welcome up.
yeah, no, I just wanted to mention real quick. Your banner you fixed it. You just fixed it. Never mind. It was a little to the left, but it's good now. But anyway,
Sorry, I muted myself.
Oh,
I didn't move anything. I don't know what happened. That's weird.
Oh yeah, it was a little to the left
Okay.
when I was
But it's okay
not
now?
on, but not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Go for it.
So anyway, what I was gonna say is, yeah, just because you were saying that animals are completely lesser than humans, in like, are you saying in like their actions of doing something like terrible, or are you meaning like intelligence? Because like in some ways humans are less intelligent than like animals like chimps and stuff like that.
Intelligence?
Yeah, we're less intelligent than chimps in problem solving and puzzle solving within like the short-term memory spectrum.
How rare is it for people to eat chimps?
It doesn't. Well, are you saying like
there are
you said
actually
people-
many
you're like-
poorer nations that they call it bushmeat. They just go into some part of the forest and they take someone down, and sometimes
but-
it is some type of monkey or chimp or something.
And we
Maybe
use
it's
chimps
stagnation.
for a whole bunch of other. We use chimps for a whole different reasons. It's not like chimps are free of exploitation. But regardless, are you trying to say that cows cannot be, like have an edge on humans when it comes to some cognitive abilities? Because like cows are escape artists beyond
Can
what
you give
humans are
me
capable.
proof of this?
Yeah, I can. if you want to look up, you can
No, I
look
mean
it
like
up. I
proof. I
can't
can't really
I
like
can't
look up
post
stuff.
I can't post links here. Like I don't know how I'm gonna prove anything.
Here
There's
on TikTok.
webs.
D-
Yeah.
is it a study or is
Um,
it just an article?
we can. Well, there's like videos of
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, like videos of like cows breaking out of their enclosures all the time. Like it's
I don't know. I don't think I can even share links on here. I can try. Hold on. I'll type it in so you'll
yeah,
see. Anti.
as far as studies and everything, but like just look it up, dude. Like cows are fucking amazing scape artists. They break out of why do you think they have electrical fences? Is
Well,
because cows will escape out of fucking barbed wire. They find ways to escape out of barbed wire and all that other stuff. They have to electrify them to even uh like deter cows from
Yeah.
escaping. Um it's and even still sometimes they find ways to get out of the electrical fences and everything like that. Like the
There's
electrical
some
fences
animals.
aren't
I was just going to say, there's some animals that love the feeling of the electric fence.
yeah.
I've seen
So
it.
like uh so
Go ahead.
anyway, no, like there's to yeah, they're just like amazing at problem solving and escaping their enclosures. Um, uh, like I even have a video of where cows dented and cracked open a trailer while they're like, this is my own personal footage of where I was at a JBS
Oh
slaughterhouse,
wow.
and these cows kicked into a single part of a trailer to where they actually cracked and opened up a hole into the trailer trying to break through it. So they were literally trying to break out of a transfer trailer.
You know, just to add to how smart they are, humans are quite dumb unless they go to school and they're taught by other humans how to human. And I gotta say,
can I butt in real quick?
when someone's enslaved and they still come up with ways to how to escape without any kind of education, right? That is intelligence. All right, so the metal goat, how smart does someone have to be in order to not be exploited?
Real quick. Why are you saying it like where people have to go to school to be smart?
I'm just saying that most humans are quite dumb unless they're educated by other humans.
So what about people who are in poverty?
What about them?
Would that mean they're dumb because they can't go to school?
No, I said educated by other humans. We teach each other, parents to kids. But there are cases where there have been kids that have been isolated in their basements and not allowed to interact with humans. There's actually someone, I can't remember her full name, but if you look up the bunny girl, which is actually a derogatory name of her, but they called her that because when they found her, she was like 11 years old. She didn't know how to walk, she couldn't talk. Um, Her dad, when she was born, thought that she had some kind of Down syndrome, but the doctor said she was totally fine. They have medical records on this. But because he thought she had Downs, he tied her up in the basement. He literally would tie her to a potty chair or she would sit in her crib. And the mom wasn't allowed down there. And she basically lived in isolation until they discovered her. And she didn't know anything. She spent the rest of her life trying to do what we normally do, but that just went to show that those first few years are vital. And us humans, if we don't have help from other humans, we're quite helpless and stupid.
There's
So
actually a new study out about how if we don't interact with other people, we do have a massive decline in cognitive abilities.
yeah, and I'm just making this point because you're trying to say that our intelligence is what makes us worthy of not being exploited, and I'm just trying to say that.
No, I'm talking about civilization as a whole.
So you're saying
Like the
because of a
ability to
group doing something,
build.
anyone part of that group then benefits from from the good that that group does? Like
No, I'm trying to
you don't
say
get kudos just because someone built an iPhone or a building. That's you didn't do that, right?
I mean, you cut me off like 4 or 5
Okay,
times.
go ahead and say what you're
but
going to say.
okay. I can now? All right.
I mean, if you're going to
so-
cry, I can just move on. Are you going to spit it out? Or are we going to move
Okay.
on?
Rude. So
One
what I
more
was going
chance.
to say.
Get it out.
What I was going to say. Goodness, man. What I was going to.
Yeah. You keep crying, I'm going to drop you. I just don't have time for babies. Goodness. All right.
Have you seen octopuses trying to open up a container for food?
God, octopus they're wild. They are insane how intelligent they are. I can't even believe that it's still legal to exploit them because, good God, we see that they are so intelligent. It's so
Extremely
obvious.
intelligent.
I mean, we shouldn't be doing this to any animals, obviously, but it's like
Oh,
when people say they point to intelligence, it's like, you're eating some of the most intelligent animals. Pigs are also super intelligent. Anyway, let's get the next one up here. Oh my gosh, guys, there's a lot of you. All right, well, let's go with, I know Yara has been sitting here a minute. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, make sure you tap, like, and share. And I just spilled coffee everywhere.
Oh no.
That's all right though. Thank you, Ian. I got a towel.
Hello, Yara.
Yeah, my partner is here. So luckily he actually even took the day off, so he can help me. Anyway, Yara, you're not coming up. Oh, well, I guess we'll.
Are you there?
I guess we'll just. Yara, you can come back, I guess. As this X. Oops. Click her here for a second.
Hello, X.
Are you there? Some of these people might have been waiting a minute.
No, X'd out.
All right. Well, Bradley. Darn, I just lost his pants. Hey, Bradley.
Are they having like a hard time loading or something?
I do see that.
'Cause,
It
like,
does seem like, but I don't know how long these people that are at the top of the list have been waiting. So it could be that they put in a request and then they maybe stepped out. All right. Well, that's too bad. We do have Elevate Souls. Hey, are you over 18?
Me, yes.
Okay. Are you vegan?
No.
Oh, okay. What does veganism mean?
Vegan is prohibiting the use of any sort of animal products,
It's not
essentially.
prohibiting, but it is against the exploitation of other sentient beings. So out of principle, if I can avoid demanding someone's exploitation, I avoid it. Because that's what I would want my oppressor to do. Does that sound like something you align with? We shouldn't exploit each other if we can avoid it.
I mean, that would be ideal, of course, yeah.
So, is there anything you can think of that we need from other animals that might justify what we do to them?
Well, the thing is when it comes to the things that we eat, there is no such thing as veganism.
What's veganism
it's
again?
a concept.
What's veganism again?
It is you can't truly be vegan because
veganism
even
again?
the plants that you
What is it? I just said it to you.
Once
Can you not
again,
say it?
you're trying to seem smart and you're not.
Can you answer the
If you wanna
question or I move on? What is veganism?
You eat animals regardless.
Okay. Veganism is an ethical stance against the exploitation of other sentient beings. I hope you were able to hear it that time. If you spam my chat and I see it, I'm going to mute you. See ya. Okay.
Yeah, you can't possibly have an opinion, vegan stoner lady. You can't possibly reject the
Can't do
exploitation
it.
of animals.
I mean, what do these people
It
think it
doesn't-
was like when there was human slavery around? There was even fewer places to get the things you needed. So I'm sure it was even harder to avoid supporting slavery, right? To get the things you needed. And I'm sure that those abolitionists still spoke out against it and were like, hey, do the best you can because this is an atrocity. This should not be happening. Like, I just don't understand people where they're like, you're not perfect, so don't advocate for someone's rights. Like, it's not about that. It's about we should come together as a people and say we don't want this in our societies anymore. It's just so frustrating.
Yeah, exactly. It's about discussing what we should and should not do. It's not. It's not about what we can do. It's what we should or should not do.
Yeah. I think we as humans, it's our responsibility as we learn more and how to do things better, that we do better, that we respect everyone that we can. Oh, we learned something new. This individual is actually a sentient being. I don't know why we didn't know that before. We know it now. Let's give them the respect that they're due. You know, that's how it should be. Every time you make a mistake, okay, we made a mistake. Let's do better. Instead, they're like doubling down. They're like, nope, because we've made this mistake, this is just the way it is. You got to keep going. Like, no. The individuals don't need to die for you. The sentient beings, they care. You can eat plants. They don't care. They don't care. Plants do not care. And if that triggers you, you need to go look in the mirror and find out what your priorities are, because you're being a child. A child.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy also is a lot of people don't think that we have ever eaten meat. We've eaten meat in the past growing up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And we got these people coming into the chat going, come on, eat meat. We have in the past, but we've taken a stance.
Exactly. Yeah. I actually used to make fun of vegetarians because I was like, you'll never, and they wouldn't even provoke me in any way. I'd just be like, psh, he's going to take this from my cold, dead hands. I would literally just tease them like that. And now I tease vegetarians for other reasons because they still exploit other animals. But like, you know, anyone's mindset can change once they understand the gravity of the reality. So, all right, let's get some.
Exactly.
Let's get someone up here. Pant. Hey,
Hello.
Are you over 18?
Yes, I am.
Are you vegan?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Do you know what veganism is?
Hello?
Do you know what veganism is?
Well, as you said, it's I forgot what you said. I'm sorry.
It's against the exploitation of other animals. So because I don't want to be enslaved, I don't want to demand someone else be enslaved. Okay. So do you agree with that line of thinking that if we can avoid exploiting each other, we should?
I mean, if you really think about it, it just depends on who's earning from it and who's not.
Well, let's say I want to benefit from your body. Is it okay that I exploit you? I just use you. I don't even ask for your consent. I just subdue you, and then I start slicing you apart because I want to taste what your muscles taste like.
Well, I don't agree with that. That's just cannibalism.
Yeah, I agree. It's
Same
immoral,
taste.
but it's not because it's cannibalism. It's immoral because you want to live. Yeah. So then what makes it okay to do this to other animals?
Well, they're animals. Animals eat each other.
Okay, so
They don't even
again,
ask.
you and I are animals. Does that make it okay for me to exploit you because I want to taste your muscles?
Well, it depends on where your mind is.
I just told you what I'm going to do.
Then you're probably insane if you want to do that.
So again, we agreed that it's immoral for me to do that to you because you want to live. What makes it okay to do this to other animals? In your mind, why do you think that it's okay to do?
Who's to say they want to live?
We actually have evidence that they want to live. They're sentient. So there's the Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness and the New York Declaration of Consciousness. They go over thousands of behavioral studies and the anatomical studies where they have nociceptions. Animals, they have nerves. Anybody who has a brain and a central nervous system and is alive is most likely sentient.
You're saying this is slavery, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me the definition of slavery?
I don't know that actually off the top of my head. I can look that up.
I got you. So it's the taking of autonomy of another being, right? You could say that it's only for humans,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I mean,
I know where you're going.
there's probably multiple
Yeah, I know where
definitions
you're.
though, right?
There is.
Yeah. So the thing is, if we were to put animals into this position of humans that we have them in, it would be slavery to the humans, and so therefore it is slavery to the animals.
Okay, so I have to ask, do y'all feel like y'all are, equal with animals?
It is they have the ability to value their autonomy equally to the amount that I value my own autonomy.
Yeah.
It is not that we are equals.
Yeah.
It is that we equally have the ability to respect ourselves.
It's also not our value to them, right? Which is what Axel's point is. It's their value to themselves. Otherwise, the value that we place on them is external, but the internal value that we all share is the same, to live.
Someone in the comments or chat said a good point. What's the definition of murder?
Yeah, so you're talking about the legal definition, but understand that definitions change, right? There was a time when our definition of person didn't include anybody but YT wealthy men, right? So what I would argue is when we care about respecting others, does someone having the capacity to suffer give them moral consideration, regardless of what definition says a person is? Does someone who has the capacity to suffer deserve moral consideration?
Well, I mean, they're not human.
Does someone who has the capacity to suffer deserve moral consideration?
I thought I gave you my answer. They're not
So
human,
you don't
so
think
I
a
don't
dog
think so.
can suffer?
I mean, they can.
So then what is it that separates us?
We're human.
So you're literally just saying they're not in your group, so it's okay for me to kick dogs for fun, in your opinion?
I mean, do you kick dogs for fun?
Let's say I do. Let's say it's a tradition, gets my grandma out of her chair so she gets exercise, brings us all together, helps multiple people at once. Do you think it's fair that we kick dogs for fun?
I don't think that is fair.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't like
and
that.
I agree. Why do you think it's unfair?
Well, because it's not nice to animals.
It's not nice to the dog. Is that dog experiencing something negative that's unnecessary?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go kick something else.
Kick rocks.
Yeah. You can do the same thing. You can eat something else. You can wear something else.
Okay, I have a question before I disappear.
Okay.
If there was a sandwich in front of you, you had ham and lettuce and cheese, and it was a sandwich, and you had Doritos as well, what would you rather eat?
Neither. I don't know if the Doritos are even vegan.
Well, you're hungry.
I mean, what are we talking about? Starving?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if I'm in some kind of survival state, yeah, anybody can do anything. If I'm on an island and all I have is a human baby in my arms, guess what? I have the right to survive. But that doesn't mean when I have options that I have now the right to exploit babies because at one point I needed to eat one to survive.
Well, what's to say you have to eat the baby and not eat something else
You
on the
just
island?
gave me an example where I'm starving and I was telling you, oh, I'll go even more extreme. I'll eat human if I was in a survival situation. But we're not talking about
I never said if you would eat a human. I was talking about a sandwich and Doritos.
Paint. Do you understand what I just said? What did I just say? Wouldn't you think that someone eating a human baby would be more extreme than a ham sandwich? I'm trying to show you that, yeah, I might eat that ham sandwich if it was presented to me and I was starving. But because I'm in this state right now, not in survival mode, I have grocery stores, I have options. I don't have a right to take the life of another animal. Does that make sense?
But it was already taken a long time ago, and it's a sandwich
Do you know
now.
what supply and demand is, my friend?
Yes, I do.
So you know that when you go to the store, even a friend's house, and you accept these products, they go and get more to replace what you've taken. So because of your direct demand, someone else is put into that system for your taste pleasure. Do you think that's fair?
I'm just
Do
confused.
you
I'm
think
so
that's
confused.
fair? Do you think it's fair to put someone in a slaughterhouse so that you can lick their muscles?
Hold on. I'm
Can I?
confused. I'm sorry I'm laughing,
I know you're
but
dumb. It's
Can
okay.
I?
It's okay.
I
When you're not
wait,
intelligent,
what?
it's hard to accept the truth and you start to crash. I get it.
You're calling me dumb because I'm just saying I'm confused because you brought up eating a baby for no
Yeah, you see how
reason.
you got so
Okay.
distracted instead of focusing on the point? Do you even remember your question at this point? I don't think you do. Do you remember what you were
I
asking me?
do.
What were you asking me then?
If you had a ham sandwich in front of you and you had
And what did I
Doritos on your
tell you?
plate,
What did
what
I
would you
tell you?
eat?
What did I tell you?
You started talking about eating a baby on an
Oh, so
island.
your
What the
brain just got
fuck?
really stuck
Duh.
on that, huh? You just couldn't see past that.
No, it's because
Oh,
I
I
think
just
you're
had a
mentally
baby. I can't
retarded for
think
that.
anymore. Oh, you said a word and my brain froze. Oh my
You're
God, my
just
brain is so frozen. It's just
you're
thick as
mad
a
because
rock. Oh my God.
you're
Well, you can just go sink to the bottom then. I don't care. The
Um,
reason why I brought up the baby is because if you think a ham sandwich is not that big of a deal, I'm sure you think that someone eating a human is a big deal. And my point is, yes, I might even cross my principles and take a human life if I needed to survive. So yeah, I might take a pig's life. I don't really think I could genuinely. If I was in a desert island, there was just a pig there, I don't think I could take that pig's life. I really don't. And I don't think I could even take a baby's life. But I draw that illustration to make the point that, yeah, some people might do that, but it still doesn't give you the right when you have options to enslave someone. And all you could do is crash out on the example of a baby. Wow. Okay. I guess I don't have any mods right now.
No, because you're going to make me a mod, but there was too many mods in
Oh,
your
well then,
thing, so
let me try to fix that.
that's why I can't
You guys can interrupt me too if
stop.
something like this is happening. That's not cool.
No, I just caught it just
Okay, cool.
now.
So it
I
hasn't been
just
going
saw
for
it
a
at the
bit.
same time.
That's good.
yeah. I just didn't know if it was like they were using the Hindu symbol
No,
of peace
it's not.
or
No,
if they were. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like when it's straight up and down, that's what it is. And so I don't know if they were trying to be edgy and do the whole.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even want that one, honestly, because it's just no, not everyone knows that. So that it's also the symbol of peace.
whoa,
Yeah, I
funky.
know. Sorry, it's because I'm aligning. If you're on YouTube, you can see the chat over my face, and so I was just moving it.
Yeah. Well, just let me know when you fixed it, and then I can
I'm
take it out to
blocking
you.
so
I
many
appreciate
people right
you.
now.
Thank you
This is
so
an.
much. I know. Yeah. They're that triggered. That's all that tells you, right? They're triggered individuals. They know they don't have any argument. Yeah. It's really sad. It just shows that they're emotional, right? They're being really emotional. They're letting their emotions drive their actions right now. And it's like sometimes it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to use emotions to understand the world, but it's another if you're using your emotions to hurt others. That's not okay. And you suck. I hate that you made me feel bad about my own choices, so I'm gonna try to hurt you back.
Yep.
And to answer the question, a lot of Doritos are not vegan.
Yeah, that's what I thought when he said. I was like, I mean, are you trying to get me in a trick question? Like,
I quickly went into Google and checked it out.
Nice.
There's
There's
a.
a very
I think there's only one flavor,
okay.
and that's
sweet
the.
chili or something.
I mean, again, it doesn't matter, right? Survival situation is different. If I'm on a desert island and I come across somehow there's some kind of sandwich sealed in a bag and a bag of chips next to it, yeah, I might eat it because I'm trying to survive.
Well, that. I wouldn't even say that contributes to the
Yeah,
exploitation of
I
animals at that
agree.
point. Like,
I agree. But they weren't
like
there.
that's not going to supply
They
any
just crashed
demand.
out. They literally just crashing out because I said the thing about babies, and that gave them an easy way to be like, I'm so distracted, I can't think straight. I lost everything after you said eating a baby. Ah.
I also want to do I I want to try a thought experiment with somebody.
Okay.
Yeah,
You want to try it with the next
if that's
guest?
okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Real quick though, I did want to say because I almost forgot, Pandora. Thank you so much for the $5. Really, I really appreciate. You're always throwing stuff at me. Thank you so much. And you sent more jewels, stars. Please, dubs in the chat for Pandora. That was very sweet of you. Again, I want to shout out real quick before I let you go and talk to someone, Axel. I did want to say thank you to everyone who has been donating. I actually utilized the money that has been given to me by getting a microphone that I can now put into my little holder, so that I can actually go live on TikTok and YouTube when I'm interviewing people face to face. So now TikTok will be in on that. And yeah, I just want to thank you all for making that possible. YouTube, your money that you guys have given me is still sitting in an account, but TikTok's money was in a separate, it was in my PayPal. So I used it to get a microphone so that we can all enjoy the live conversations. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to take longer. I'm just trying to eliminate all of these stupid symbols. Okay, cool. All right, Axel, let me bring up the next person. The guy for everything.
What's up, the guy?
Because we're not fucking stupid, you fucking retard.
Wow.
Have
You're
a
still
nice
muted.
day.
You're still muted. Unmute your mic.
Don't swallow the turd. Your head is stuck in the toilet. Pull it out. Sonic. Oh.
What's up, Sonic?
Still says they're loading. Oh, there we go.
What's up, Sonic?
Hello?
Are you over 18?
Yes.
When's your birthday?
July 22nd.
What
the
date?
year.
Yeah. You're the year.
Okay. You can't. That no one says their birthday, just the month. Like when we're asking for your birthday, it's the year that we want to hear, and then the month, because that, the year matters more. S4. That's far. I don't know. Oh, Pandora. Thank you. I see it. Dubs in the chat for Pandora again. Going so much out of the way. Thank you so much. Or at least it made it look like it moved. Maybe not. Well, you still get your kudos, Pandora. It made a move. It looked like you'd posted something else. Okay, I guess they're not coming up. Let's get another one up here. Dude guy.
Hello.
What's up, dude?
Oh, I'm 25. And no, I'm not a vegan.
Okay. So do you know what veganism is?
Yeah, basically the exploitation of animals. You guys don't indulge yourself in that.
Okay, cool. So I kind of want to start a thought experiment. For every justification that you're about to use for exploiting animals, I could use the same justification for exploiting humans. And you're going to have no argument other than, well, they're human, but I have a different moral system that I don't care about humans. I see lesser intelligent human beings to be suitable for me to exploit them. Do you understand how that is going to just lead to circular reasoning?
Yes, I'm not going to use any of that.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Why are you not vegan?
Okay, is it veganism because we're eating the animals or because you have the animals?
It's because we're using them against their autonomy.
So it's okay to have pets? I'm just asking. I don't know.
So purchasing pets would be using like dogs and cats against their autonomy. Adopting them is a little bit more justifiable. I still claim that as slavery, right? But it's
Don't you have a
justified
dog?
because it's hold on. I'm gonna finish real quick. It's justified because this slavery is in the best interest of the dog. It's
How
not
do you know
just
that?
for because they're going to die regardless. Like if I don't do that, they will die in a shelter and they'll be locked inside of a cage. And at least I can give them a home to where I'm trying to give them the best life. rather than letting them die in a cage.
So it's okay to enslave people because they might die from the shelter?
If there was a human that was going to be locked inside of a cage and they were going to be put down because nobody wants them, I would take on a human and raise them. Yes.
Okay, isn't it more justified to take that animal and put them into, let's say, bring them to their natural habitat or put them in a space where they could
There
thrive?
is no natural habitat for a dog or a cat. They're domesticated animals.
Dogs can survive in the wild. Cats survive outside all the time.
Okay, hold on. You just said in their natural habitat. So whether or not they can survive or not is hugely based off of breed, based off of where they have like adapted
So
in
only
life
certain
and
animals
stuff
can
like
be
that.
slaves.
Again, all domesticated animals are slaves. Feral animals are just animals who broke out of their slavery. And if you're talking about feralizing dogs, that can cause a huge amount of other issues that is like putting humans in danger, putting other animals in danger, putting themselves in danger, because not all domesticated dogs can actually survive. Like pit bulls and stuff like that, they might be strong and capable, but they're also super out of tune with their natural intelligence to hunt. They're super loud. So every time they chase after something, the thing is well aware of them chasing after them. So they're going to be very unsuccessful in catching prey. And therefore, they're going to starve to death because they can't capture prey. So this is what I'm saying, that's still in their best interest, because they're going to have reliable food. They're going to be having reliable food, reliable care. They're going to be taken to the vet. They're going to be given loves. Whether or not this is robbing them of their autonomy or not, it's still in their best interest. Just like I could put a human in their natural habitat, I could put a human in Africa, in the jungle, in their natural habitat. That was humans' natural habitat, is the jungle of the jungles of Africa. Do you know what's going to happen to that human? They're going to die. They're not. You have to be taught to live in your natural habitat, even if it is your natural habitat.
Yeah, if I could
Okay.
just interject, I know what you're talking about when you talk to the guest. When you talk about, well, you see stray dogs and cats all the time living, but what you may not be aware of is they're not living well, right? They're exposed to so much that a lot of them, they get injured, they get infections, they can't get medical treatment. There's no human to take them to a vet. They have parasites, they have ticks, they have diseases. And they're eating food that's probably making them sick. So they're not surviving well. It's a really hard life.
Okay. So, I get your point then. So,
Yeah. So
are we
just
obligated?
one more thought. The pet thing, just one more thought, is the way I look at it is, because humans have domesticated animals, we have created the problem of way too many animals not having homes for them. We're responsible for that issue. We do need to stop breeding them, because we never should have domesticated them to begin with and taken them in as companions. But we do have this issue of shelters being overrun. And so instead of allowing them to live out their lives in cages, or God forbid be euthanized, right? Those of us who are vegans that have companion animals, we're offering them sanctuary, which is what we would do if we stopped farming animals, right? Some of the animals that were left, we wouldn't let them loose in the wild. We wouldn't unalive them. We would hopefully place them in sanctuaries. I hope that makes sense.
Okay. That makes more sense, but it's still enslavement. You would agree?
So here's what I
Yes, but it's justified.
Okay, so
is
it's
what I
I
said.
know that's what I'm
I
saying.
do
It's
want to add. I
justified
do want to
enslavement.
add. It's more like you're adopting a child that won't ever be able to go out and take care of themselves, because what we've done to domesticated animals is we've robbed them of a lot of their natural instincts and abilities. So that's why I think it's immoral to put a domesticated dog out in the middle of nowhere, because we've literally robbed them of all their abilities to survive out there. I understand that some might, but I think that's the same as like just releasing children into the forest. Some might survive, right? But because it's
Yeah,
our
but
fault that they're
but then again,
handicapped,
a lot of animals
because
can
it's our
survive by
fault,
themselves.
because it's our fault that they're handicapped, I think, as Stasia was saying, it's our responsibility to take care of them. We've made this mess. I think that it's our responsibility to care for them and give them a great, rich life until they're gone. Yes, I still agree with Axel. It is a form of slavery because we're all doing this, we now have made it like they're here for us. And now we're breeding them to be our toys. And it's like, it's one thing if you can give someone a rich life. It's another if you're just buying someone because you want to have the aesthetics of a companion animal. Do you see the difference? It's in your perspective of who you're looking at. Do you see them as a thing for you or as their own individual that just needs your help?
Yeah, and to that point, there are people like me that intentionally adopt animals that a lot of people wouldn't bring into their homes for various reasons. I mean, the cats that I rescue are not cuddly, snuggly lap cats. You know, they have aggression issues, and I have to be really careful with how I interact with them. And so I am literally providing them a home where they can be cared for. You know, I kind of get the slavery angle, but to me, slavery is a little bit different because I'm
No, I
not
think it's
using
Well,
my cat
slavery
for
isn't your. It's not slavery is not your typical you beat. Slavery is denying people of their freedom. You know, if you like,
Gotcha.
I've seen in one of his TikToks, he has a dog and he has a fence around his house that keeps his dog inside. His dog's not able to roam free, so that's what I'm saying. It's a type of.
Yeah.
There's
But
no.
at the same
There's a
time,
there's a
let's say
gray
you have a
area, but it's
child.
still
Yeah, but to
slavery.
BSL's point, it's like
Okay.
having a child. Like we keep our children in the house
Exactly.
because, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We
but
can't let our children roam free in the streets because they're too young. We need to protect them.
Right.
And so I understand what you're saying though. I do
Yes,
understand your
I
perspective.
do
yeah,
as
because
well.
there's
I
a
just
big
think to
difference between a
BSL's
full-grown
point,
dog and a child.
it's in the animal's best interest because we have created this issue where they are domesticated and they are dependent on us.
Exactly.
I also want to point out. So, this is great that you understand all these things, but I don't see how this answers why you are not vegan.
Well, I'm just saying because it's kind of you're either full vegan or you're not vegan. You know what I mean? It's not
Well, what
there
does
should
that
be
have
no
to do
gray
with your
areas.
choices? Why? What does
Because if
our
I'm going to
choices have
switch
to
to
do
your
with your
sides,
choices?
I want to know what
You're
I am
not on my
allowed to and
side. You're
allowed
on
not
the
to do.
animal side. It's not us. It's them.
Okay, so I'm fighting for the animal to see their side, their point of view. More people need to see it that
That's
way.
fine.
I
So
want to
you
see
could
what you're.
become that vegan if you feel that you have a better voice to speak up for them. I absolutely would stand behind you to do that. Just because maybe you think I'm not perfect, maybe you just use that as a lesson to be even more perfect.
No, nobody's perfect. I'm just saying that nobody should have pets
I
then.
agree. I want a
Okay,
Because
world
then
where
it's a
that
okay.
form of
doesn't, I don't
enslavement.
want anybody to have
Oh, we
companions.
all agree.
Yeah, we want a world.
We all
Yeah.
agree. But again, there is a problem that exists because they do exist
If
right
they
now.
stop breeding
So
them,
there's
no more.
until we can advocate to eradicate and abolish all breeding
Yeah.
of domesticated animals, we're going to have this issue. And so, I mean, what do you think we should do? Do you think we should euthanize these animals instead of offering them sanctuary in our homes and in shelters?
No, I think we should let them roam free and do whatever they want.
So like, let's go to dairy
That's
cows. I'm
Wait.
gonna make this
I
to
was gonna say,
dairy.
but
I'm
even
gonna,
if we did that, dude guy, would you go vegan then?
I would probably not.
So then why have we been talking about this for like 10
Because
minutes? Dude,
there's
why
a
are you not
because
vegan?
it matters.
Why?
Animals matter.
No, you're
Animals
wasting
matter.
my time.
And I
Tell me
have
why
another
you're
I have
not
another
vegan or I'm gonna
question.
shut you down now.
yeah.
And because I have another question about
No,
that too,
tell
about
me
the
why you're
vegan
not
thing.
vegan or I shut you down now.
Because it's a lot easier for people to, a lot
You,
easier
not
and a
the
lot
people, you. I want to know why you specifically are not vegan.
because I'm in a point in my life where I cannot afford to go vegan.
So actually, veganism is cheaper. Eating a plant-based diet is cheaper than an omnivorous diet by like 16 to 30%.
Okay, I would like to bring up a point that you said earlier.
Not vegan?
Because I just told you because I can't afford it.
It's
You told
cheaper.
somebody to
It's
go to a
cheaper. Okay,
dietitian.
goodbye. No, I'm not going to sit here. I don't want to play this game where they're like, I want to ask another question. I'm going to ask another question. If they're genuine, totally fine. I don't want to be chasing your tail. I don't care to do that. If you're genuinely going to go vegan, then I'll answer your questions. If you're just asking questions to waste my time, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah. So much for trying the thought
I
experiment.
know. Well, you can try it again. I think it was still really good. You're kind of weeding out the argument beforehand. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just.
I love your your experiment.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Okay. Thanks. What's up, Sahar?
Hiya.
Hey. Oh, she's vegan.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, Sahar.
Yeah. Here,
My
and
bad.
Keith is also vegan. I think you know Keith though.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So here's Jess. Jess, I don't think is vegan.
Hello.
What's up, Jess?
Asking me if I'm vegan is like saying is the sky blue? 100%. Like.
Well, awesome, Jess. Have I had you up here before?
No, you have not.
What made you vegan?
Oh, it says why aren't you vegan yet? And I wanted to come on and say maybe to give a different perspective. So
Wait,
I am
I just want to be
somebody
clear.
that
Are you
has-
vegan or not?
No.
Oh, why'd you say the sky is blue?
No, she
Oh,
didn't.
no,
that was
that
Sahar.
was
Oh, Sahar.
That
Oh
was
my
Sahar.
god. Oh my god. I thought that was Jess. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Okay,
It's
I
fine.
got it.
It's
Okay.
totally fine.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna
I
let
wanted
Axel
to,
actually take over, Jess. I thought. I'm sorry. There was a little confusion. Please, Axel. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. First thing, are you above the age of 18, Jess?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What's your birth date?
March 26, 2008.
Okay. Okay, so what were you saying?
So I wanted to come on here and maybe give a different perspective. So I am not vegan, and the reason why I am not vegan, I have a lot of health issues. One of those is I have an anaphylactic shock, which is a severe allergic reaction that puts my body into shock. Due to that, I am deathly allergic to most of the fruits, which is very, 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 very sad and depressing. I love fruit, but most fruits I cannot eat. And same goes to vegetables. So due to that, I physically, even if I wanted to go vegan, I cannot because I have to be so careful of what I eat due to the fact I am so deathly allergic to everything, and it really does suck. I absolutely would love to go for more like a fruit-based, I love fruit, but because of that, I'm not allowed to, and I just wanted to come on and maybe give a different perspective. Like, sometimes we don't have a choice, and it really, really, really sucks.
Oh, well, I'm totally fine to educate you and help you understand that you do still have a choice, because I have dealt with numerous of cases of people who actually have a high amounts of like allergies and stuff like that, and I still help them go vegan. But before we get there, I want to understand your morals. If I were to be a person, like I want to try this thought experiment, I could make every argument that you have, and I could make this for me to justify exploiting humans, right? I am allergic to every other animal, right? I am allergic to every other plant and stuff like that. And so I can only eat humans. Is this justified for me to like breed humans into existence and eat them?
No, because that is cannibalism.
Okay, why does that matter? I have a different moral system.
Because so as I am a Christian. I hope that doesn't necessarily change moral values, but I am a Christian, and that would be a sin for me. But I'm also not gonna go and like.
One more time, I have a different moral system to where I don't grant humans, like especially if these humans are a lesser of intelligence. I don't grant. So you might have this moral system. I want you to tell me how your moral system, like I want you to convince me of like how this is supposed to change my mind, because I have a completely different moral system. I say, you know what? I could possibly have some plants out there or some animals out there that I'm not allergic to. But since I'm allergic to these set of animals and these set of fruits and vegetables, I just want to take the lazy route and go ahead and exploit and breed humans, right? And instead of finding what is the thing that is causing the allergy, what is the thing that is actually because typically it is not the fruit itself that is causing your allergy. It is a chemical within the fruit that is causing your allergy. So we can go through every plant that doesn't have that chemical that is causing your allergy, and we can help you go for that instead of eating animals. Because, like, like it's a chemical in dogs that people are allergic to. It's not the dog that people are allergic to. It's a chemical that is within the dog. So we just avoid that chemical, right? That is in the plants, and we find plants that you can consume so you don't have to participate in slavery and murder that happens to animals.
I
Do
mean,
you
I
think
would
that
absolutely love to go and do that, but sadly, American healthcare sucks and it's a pain to do that because it is so expensive.
Yeah, I can agree that it is expensive, but we have this amazing thing. It's called, uh, I know that animal just like animal or antianimaluse.org has some crazy resources. I don't know if they have the same resources as Challenge 22, but if it does, okay, it doesn't. So I'm going to give you Challenge 22. They have a dietitian that is dedicated to helping people in your exact case. Dietitians are the doctors, the very doctors that are to help you identify these things. They're the very doctors that are there to help you discover what foods you need in order to get certain amount of nutrients. They're like the next level of nutritionist, right? So there's a dietitian on there that will specifically help you identify the foods that you need to consume without having to spend any money.
So then, will they pay for me to go get allergy testing done so they can find out what chemical in fruits I am allergic to? Because I also am allergic to certain types of meat.
But you don't even
as well.
know?
I will throw that out there.
They would already have that if
I
you've been
don't.
tested for fruit allergies. They would already know what it is that you're allergic to.
No, they just slap me with an EpiPen and say, "Okay, next time you have an anaphylactic shock, go do that." Like it's very sad, but at the same time, American healthcare
Do you want to be
sucks,
vegan?
and it's I think there are some very good health benefits.
Let's say you didn't have
but
this issue. Would you find it to be a moral obligation to be vegan?
No.
All right, go ahead, Axel.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, but thanks for like being disingenuous at this point. So, what is the reason that you do not find it a moral obligation to be vegan?
My religious beliefs.
Okay.
Almost want
So,
Vegan Heretic
if
to run
I
up here. I know he's in the chat. I know you're here. I know you're listening, Vegan Heretic. Go ahead, Axel.
I can
know you're
argue
great.
I can argue the Bible all day, but I'm not going to go that way for a second because I want to engage in genuine conversation.
Yeah.
So I can again, we're going to go back to the thought experiment. I don't have the same morality that you have to exploit humans. So why do I have to listen to your morals? Like, because we just have a difference in morality. That's what we're coming into. When you say religion, you are just stating a difference in morality. I'm going to ask you your justification for why your religion states that it is okay for you to participate in slavery and murder of animals.
Can I pull up my Bible real quick, or do I not have enough time for that?
So we'll just go ahead because I've studied the Bible enough to understand. You're going to say you have the right to enable dominion over animals, right?
I wasn't going for that, but in the Bible, like it does state, and even so, in the Old Testament, like animals were used as a sacrifice. Now, thankfully, we don't have to do that anymore because that would suck. I don't think I'd have the heart to just go and sacrifice an animal like that. That would I don't have the heart to do that. But
That's what's happening.
But God gave us animals for certain reasons, and
To express dominion over. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. So the thing is, if these animals are given to us, why are they given a soul to where they have perception, emotion, uh, 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 like they have self-awareness and all this stuff, and they feel pain if they were given to us as a gift? Why are they going to manage their own lives? Because in Christianity, they are given a soul. A lot of Christians tell me that animals don't have a soul. This is wrong. In the Bible, they do have a soul.
Yep.
The only difference is their souls are not immortal souls.
Mm-hmm.
They are mortals. They are mortal souls, where else the human soul is the immortal soul. That's the only difference when it comes to souls between animals and humans. So why are they given a soul at all? Why would they feel pain at all and why would they have the desire to live at all if they were given to us as a gift? I do not think that God actually even meant it as they are a gift for us to use in any way that we possibly
That is true.
need.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
What happened, so like in the Old Testament, in Genesis, animals were given to us as more of a companion instead of to eat. We were not ever supposed to eat animals. But when Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit, then now okay, they turned wild against us. So like Adam and Eve were able to live in the garden with peace with the lions, the bears, the venomous snakes, if there even was. Well, yeah, there were serpents. So no, God did not actually give us animals to eat. The fallen world did, and now that's what life has become. And as people have progressed over time, we have new health issues. And I am one of them. Like, I don't know what chemicals and fruit I'm allergic to.
You
And
don't
it is
have
so
to eat fruit.
expensive.
There's so many other plants other than fruit. There's fungi. And fungi don't have the same chemical package as plants. So if you're worried about fruit, just avoid fruit. Like it's not a hard thing to avoid fruit.
Yes.
Which
Well, like I'm allergic to carrots. I'm allergic to celery. I'm allergic to there's even stuff I don't know if I'm allergic to because I'm so scared to go out and try new. Like I'm so scared
so
to go
you
try new
only
food
consume meat
because
and eggs and cheese and stuff like that. That's the only thing that you consume because you're so scared to try these other things.
I can consume certain types of greens, lettuce. I cannot eat green beans. I can consume
Yeah,
tomatoes.
grains. Stick to grains and legumes. Just avoid plants and or like fruits and vegetables. Again, plants are not fruits and vegetables only. Those are only two categories of plants. Vegetables, when we talk about vegetables, those are plants that you have to enable are leaves and roots. That's essentially what vegetables are leaves and roots. The part like they are the plant themselves. Where else fruits are a plant or like a part of a plant that grows to spread seeds. Like they have to go through a fruiting system. So like cucumbers are fruits. Tomatoes are fruits. It's stuff like that. So just avoid fruits and just avoid vegetables. Go for grains. Grains are like grasses, except a little bit different. They're a little bit different than grasses. So go for like bread and stuff like that. Go for other things that don't enable like you to have an allergic reaction.
I do want to go back. If you didn't have these reactions, would you then find it to be a moral obligation to live vegan?
Yeah.
I don't think so because
Yeah. So let's just kind of stop talking about it. Is what she's saying is like let's stop bringing back the whole I have all these issues, because you clearly don't think that is a purpose for you to not go vegan because we can solve that very easily. Like it's super easy to solve your health issues. There's so many plants out there that are edible. That's just the last thing I'm going to talk about it. However, there's one thing that you still assume differently: the gift of friendship, right? I don't even think that was the thing. animals were gifted autonomy when they were on here, and we happened to be friends in the Garden of Eden. We were not given the insight of exploiting each other, and we happened to grow to be friends. That's a pretty big misconception within the Garden of Eden. We weren't programmed to all like each other. We were all programmed to not exploit each other in the Garden of Eden, and we happened to like each other because it was such a peaceful place where the lions were not attacking other like herbivores and stuff like that. We just all happened to be like individuals that consumed plants and live off of the land or the food of the land. And then, the whole eating the forbidden fruit
Well, okay, so
caused this whole thing.
even regardless of religion, whatever your text says, we know animals feel pain, have emotions, they want to
Yes.
live. We know we don't
Yeah.
need to use them. So regardless of what authority gives you permission, right? Your God doesn't require you to do it. I could join your religion as a vegan. So since it's not required, it really has nothing to do with the exploitation of animals. You don't need to use them. I'm almost sure your God even says, don't abuse them, right? Don't use them unless you need
Oh,
to.
yeah.
So that's why I ask, if you didn't have these health issues, wouldn't you find it to be a moral obligation to leave God's creatures alone?
I would think I would probably definitely take more of a vegetarian
So
instead
do
of
you
a
know what happens
vegan.
to cows in the dairy industry?
Yes, I'm in the dairy
So
industry.
tell me, why does a cow produce milk?
Because of the hormones that happen during pregnancy
Oh,
and
thank
after
you.
pregnancy.
Exactly. Because she has a baby. Does the farmer wait for the cow to get pregnant, or does the farmer make the cow get pregnant regardless of what she wants?
It depends on the farm.
It does not depend. The farms have to have
does,
babies at a
yes.
certain time so that they can get the milk all at the same time. That's why they have
And
certain
no
seasons
matter how,
for
The
it.
farm that lives down the road from me, they
So
have
what's
a bull
artificial
in the pasture,
insemination?
and they
What's
just let the
artificial?
bull do its
Oh, I
thing.
got it. So you allow some horny male to go around graping a bunch of females. I see. Do you not see how that's
Yeah.
exploitation? Like if I locked some young girl who doesn't understand the consequences of these actions, I lock her in a room with a randy male. What do you call that?
So the
What
bull
do
that's in
you
the
call
pasture
that, Jess?
only
Hey,
breeds
stop
them.
side.
Oh, well,
No,
it's
you know what? If you can't
it's
answer
the
my
R
questions,
word.
I'll just
I
drop
don't want
you.
to say it
Yeah,
and get
you're a
like
liar. You're just a
Right.
liar, and I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
Goddamn liar. And when you're a liar, it's because you know what you're doing is harming someone. You're graping someone, and then you're stealing their babies from them. You're disgusting. If you're a dairy farmer, especially if you have a uterus, what the hell is wrong with you? You're literally exploiting other people who have uteruses. You're exploiting their sexual systems. And then you're taking little boys and making them grape little girls. That's disgusting. You're a disgusting person.
And
Yeah.
that's the real reason she wouldn't go vegan regardless of allergies, by the way.
Yeah, no. I don't even think she really has allergies because she didn't even understand the whole concept of allergy in the first place.
And she kept saying, "Oh, I can't afford to go to the doctor. I thought you were on a farm. Like, don't you have a regular income so you can go to the doctor?" Stupid.
She's also, she said she was like 18 or 19 or something. If you're in the United States and you're under the age of 26, you're still under your parents' insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's not her
like
farm, it's her parents' farm, and they can
I
definitely take
looked
her
it
to
up
the
in the
doctor.
meantime.
She's just a freaking liar. Liar.
I looked up the cost to like do like that kind of like multi-panel testing for allergies for anaphylactic shock, and yeah, on like the lowest
Stop
scale,
lying,
it's
Jess.
like $50.
Say it again, Keith. Sorry.
Yes. So, the thing that I've noticed when it comes to farmers is they tend to be the most disingenuous people to come and
They
talk
have
to
the
us.
thickest cognitive dissonance.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like they will not go for any genuine conversation. They will try to go any sort of route that they possibly can that may stump us when I already established that there can just be a moral difference. And yet they tried to still get to this point to where they were saying it's not a moral difference. I simply can't because of this.
Yeah.
And
Right.
yeah, so that's kind of why I did that, is because she just still kept on trying to go for like the reason she can't, so like we could give her a vegan pass or something
Yeah,
like
she
that. They
definitely wanted
always
us to
try to
pat her
go
on
for
the
the
back for it. And it's like, yeah, like you said, I don't think she really had the allergies, because when you gave her the solution, or at least she definitely wasn't open to being vegan, because when you gave her the solution to Challenge 22, she came back with a very emotional and aggressive response of, are they going to pay for me to get my allergy panel done?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to hurt the animals, you're going to do whatever you can to get away from hurting animals. But it sounds to me like you're already feeling your fifis getting aggressive, and so you have to defend your taste pleasure. You don't actually care about the animals. You only care about your selfish pleasure. Freaking irritates the crap
Also, I
out of
was
me, because
trying to say,
she's in the comments crying like she's the victim, but you're the one that's demanding. You even talked about how these bulls grape the females. I have farmers come up here and
Yep.
tell me that that's the inhumane way to do it. They purposely choose artificial insemination because it's more humane, because those bulls are aggressive and heavy and can break the cows' backs. So
it's not only that, it's when cows the reason that it is so harmful is when cows don't select the mate of their partner, the bull, they lock up their whole sexual organs to prevent reproduction. They do
Yeah.
not accept the sperm, so the bull has to consummate with her numerous of times to actually get her pregnant, because she doesn't accept the sperm within her. Just like this is a common thing in humans too. It's a biological evolutionary advantage for females to reject the semen within
that's
like
so sad, because when you think about that experience, you know that the cow is feeling emotions of, I don't want this.
Right.
And if it's similar in
Right.
humans, I mean,
Right.
that means they're understanding that this is great. Maybe they don't think the word great, but they're thinking this is a forced encounter that I really didn't want. And on top of that,
I
they don't
mean, they
even know
know
the
they don't like it.
consequences. Go
Yeah.
ahead, sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then we're going to rip that
you were
family
saying,
apart once
Also
they're
sick
together.
as well.
Sorry, go ahead. I keep interrupting.
Have you guys heard of the whole? I don't like people that work at slaughterhouses, of course, but I have never heard of this. I just heard about it yesterday. There's a thing called a Judas sheep or a Judas
You get it
goat.
with cows too.
Have you guys heard about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't think it would get that worse.
I actually call
They train that sheep to lead them into slaughter.
I call Temple Grandin a Judas cow, because she purposely designed that system because she related with them, and she can like,
Yeah.
on a level be like, hey, we're kind of the same, and so it's like a trusting thing. So I call her the Judas cow. But yeah, it's really disgusting what we've done. We've taken their own kind and used them against themselves. It's really heartbreaking. Yeah.
Jess was also talking about how she cannot stand sacrificing animals, but then she gives the license to other people to do the work for her.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I thought that was
She
interesting
used to
too.
work at a slaughterhouse. She just mentioned in the chat that she worked at a slaughterhouse.
Ugh.
I just don't know if I
So,
believe her.
what's with the hypocrisy?
I don't know if I believe her. She did know that a cow needs to be pregnant, but I don't know if I believe that she's actually been through the slaughter section, because you'll see that they don't want it done. You would know that this is wrong. You would see the cows bellowing out for their babies. Unless she's only doing one section, which is often what I find is that people that are on these farms, they don't do every step. They just do like one part of it. And then they
Right.
don't really
That's
understand the
right.
whole system. They're just like, I'm just doing my job, this one part.
Right. They just have their part of the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because like an assembly line.
Exactly.
Right? It's,
Yep.
that's what it is.
Precisely what it is, yeah. Let's bring up the next guest. Norzg? I don't know how to pronounce that. Norzg. Norse G?
Hi.
Oh, you got to be over 18. I'm sorry. Chris Scooby. Oh. Okay, you disappeared over here. Hey, Chris, are you over 18?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay. Are you vegan?
I'm not, but I actually do have a question. It's more of one of those, if you don't ask, you don't learn, right?
Sure. Is it all right if we first just make sure we're clear on the same page? Do you know what veganism means?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to
I
run
was
through it.
vegan
It's an
for a decent
ethical
amount of time.
stance against the exploitation of other animals. So I don't want to demand someone else be exploited or enslaved because I don't want to be exploited or enslaved. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay, so it's against the exploitation of others. All right, go ahead with your question.
My question's more for Alex, if he's happy to answer.
Axel, but yeah, go for it.
Mate. Oh, sorry, mate.
It's all good.
So I'm always happy to learn, right? But so I was vegan for, 3.5 years, and then vegetarian for like a further 2.
Okay.
But my stance on veganism, I think, might be a little bit different to yours because, and this is, I think, it's what made me question veganism a little bit. Can I ask, Axel, what your understanding of morality is? What's classed as moral and immoral in terms of being a vegan?
Identifying what is right and wrong.
So, and I'm just going to give you this. This is what I want to learn because obviously different people with different perspectives, right? My understanding of being vegan, from a morality perspective, is that any harm to an animal is considered immoral. Would that be incorrect?
I wouldn't say any harm is immoral. I would say exploitative harm is wrong. When it comes to the reason of lack of necessity, right? Like I can't justify exploiting someone when I don't need to exploit
Slapping
them.
non-vegans just for the pleasure of it.
Yeah.
Because this was the thing that put the spanner in the works for me a little bit, was that for me being vegan would need to be no harm to animals, right?
Why?
Because I would in my perspective believe, if I'm standing that stance, that if you're being a vegan, for me, if you're a vegan because you care about all animals, no matter what the
Okay,
situation might be.
I'm
right?
gonna do a thought experiment real quick.
Can I just-
No, because this is gonna answer all your inquiries
I
in
don't
one
think it
sentence.
will, but I'm happy to listen.
Yeah, I'm going to start robbing people's houses because I can't, we can't go ahead and respect people in every capacity. So I'm going to go ahead and just start robbing people's houses because, I can't prevent all the harm that I enable on humans. So yeah, I'm going to just start robbing their houses because, I can't be perfect, That's what you're essentially saying. I'm going to go ahead and do the worst part.
It's actually not at all what I'm saying. In fact, I think it's very much the opposite. If anything, you're probably justifying my point. Because you are now telling me that you're going to go ahead and start robbing houses because you can't get what you want, which isn't what I'm getting at. What I'm trying to understand, what I'm trying to learn, is that my perspective on being a vegan is that you are there to respect and protect every animal as best possible. However, when
Not
it comes down to the
protect.
thing
You
like
just don't
grain
demand their
farming,
exploitation. That's it.
when it comes down to the things like grain farming and it comes down to things like sugarcane farming, did you know that when you farm during the harvest season of sugarcane, and I can give you the links, that the death of animals increases by 77% during that. Did you know?
Really, stop. Really simply here, how many billions of hectares of cropland would be required in our current world versus how much is required in a vegan world? Have you ever analyzed a study that has looked into that?
I wouldn't need to, because
we do need to, because this is an empirical
that would
claim.
still require
Chris,
that would
Chris,
no, hang on, because that would
stop.
still
Again.
require you. That would still require you to remove trees, which is
Chris. You're making an empirical claim right now. You're claiming that it would be more disadvantageous in terms of the use of cropland to be living in a plant-based world. You're claiming we would need more total cropland on planet Earth in order to feed the world plant-based. That is your claim right now. That is an empirical claim. It needs to be supported by data. So please provide the data that a plant-based world would require more land than what we require today, especially when it comes to cropland, because that's your main entailment. So please provide that evidence.
And I just want to point out the one thing, because this touches on the first question of morality. When we are discussing this, we are discussing what we should and should not do. You are simply saying everything that you are saying right now, we should continue the slavery and the murder of animals because of these arguments that you were making.
But my argument is also that with your stance, we should continue slaughtering millions of field mice, millions of birds, millions of other small
The
animals.
moles, the voles,
just
the
so that
girls,
we
the
can
bulls,
feed
the
you your
tolls, the
brains,
tolls, the
we can-
lows.
Chris, this is an appeal to nirvana fallacy. Can you please get the data for your claim?
Can you get the data to prove against the claim, though?
Also, in a vegan world,
Yeah, we can put away
Because-
that claim extremely quickly,
Okay,
Chris.
so let's take your hypothesis, right, which is that we can feed everybody that exists on Earth, all what is it, 9, 10, 11 billion
We can
people
feed 10
on
billion in a
vegan-based diet,
plant-based
based on-
planet.
Based
Yeah,
on
on a plant-based
and-
planet,
and
we can
going
feed
on-
more than
no,
our current
hang on.
population. Chris, I'm
Without
really tired of
expanding.
you. You keep making these claims. Oh, I didn't mean to drop you. I meant to mute you. Oh, my bad. You could come back up. I literally meant to just mute you. I'm just getting so antsy. I want you guys to say the study so bad.
My can I just explain?
No.
My
I
issue
don't
is,
need you to
right,
explain. We've literally heard the crop deaths argument so many times. That's why I face palmed when you brought it up. Okay. The animals you use, guess what? They don't get their protein from air. They get it from plants. Just look at the basic trophic pyramid. This is what we teach kids in elementary school. We call it the food chain. Every time you go up a step on this pyramid, you're losing 90% of the energy that went down into the individual below. So what we learn from basic thermodynamics and biology is to use animals is to burn off a lot more of your resources. We can thrive on a plant-based diet and our world would be greener for it. The study that you can't spit out a study, so I'm going to give you something to read. It's called Reducing Food's Environmental Impacts Through Producers and Consumers. I guarantee Keith and Axel were going to tell you the same thing as well. It's the largest study on this subject. And they found that we're wasting 83% of our agricultural land on animals. We're wasting 20% of our fresh water. We're releasing so many greenhouse gases. We could thrive without enslaving other animals. We could feed 10 billion humans while at the same time rewilding the land equivalency of North America and Brazil combined. I know that was a lot. I hope you absorbed it, at least the title. Go look up that study. You're greatly misinformed if you think that this planet would be greener using animals. You're greatly misunderstanding biology and thermodynamics.
Okay, firstly, I'm going to correct you slightly in saying I'm misinformed. Never once said the world.
You're going to correct the largest study on land use?
No. Did I say I'm correcting the study? No, I said I'm correcting you.
What did I say?
Because you said that I am saying that we will be greener for eating animals. That never came out of my mouth. I never
Okay,
quoted
you're
that.
going to have more crop deaths if you use animals because they have to eat more than what you do. So we could feed all humans on plants, reducing crop deaths to a quarter of our current ag land. Right now, most of these monocrops go straight to the animals you use. That's what that study showed us.
So one final thing that I want to say, and then you guys can go back to this. So we're talking a difference of morality right now, right?
Yeah,
this
I
is just
agree. It is a morality.
yeah. So here's the thing, right? Even if we have like when it comes to veganism, I want to nail this on the because this is the question that you had for me, and I want to finish answering it. The difference in morality doesn't. We have to have justification for our moralities, regardless if they're like subjective or not. Our subjectiveness doesn't mean that we are free of justification. We come together in society to determine what we should or should not do all the time. We're constantly improving our society. So just because we have a difference in morality, that's not a fucking green card to say go ahead and be a POS because you have a difference in morality. It is, we are here to come to your reasoning levels and ask you why you have the justification of exploiting animals. And at this point, I am gathering that you are very low reasoning because you were trying to prove to us that we are less moral by participating in veganism when in our vegan world, if we got what we wanted, there wouldn't be the crop deaths in the first place because we would have vertical farms, which doesn't participate in crop deaths. It would
So
have it wouldn't participate in crop deaths. We wouldn't participate in bees being used for our monocrop. We wouldn't participate in all of these things. We happen to do it in the current standpoint, but we wouldn't have to do this in a vegan world. We
my
could.
argument, my argument isn't against animal abuse, right? In the sense that I respect what you guys are, and I actually have a lot of like respect for it. I always have, right? My argument is that I think that using morality as an argument for being vegan is a very weak and poor stance, and I don't think that that is the correct
Morality is
direction
the
that we
only
should
way
go
we
with.
function on society on. That's the only
I
fucking
respect
thing.
that. I do respect that, but I don't think that that is the angle that
Morality.
you should be taking, because for me, morality would be that you care about all of them. You don't just and the simple answer is that with
Did I not?
farming we do
Did
kill
I?
animals.
Okay, did I not just cover that? And
And
did like I
yeah,
don't think you.
I know I
I
did. I
don't.
did listen. I did, and I understand that. All I'm trying to explain is this is my understanding of it, and this is what I'm trying to get a better picture of, right? But what I didn't like was the host coming in and telling me that whatever it was they said about me fucking justifying animal abuse, which was never my point. It was never my
If you're
argument. My
using
argument
animals and you're
was,
defending it, you're justifying animal abuse.
yeah, but you're using animals' land and you're defending it.
No.
What's
If
the
I can
difference?
avoid exploiting an
But
animal,
you're
I
not
do.
avoiding it.
Are you saying that the only
I think you
way
could
that I
avoid it.
can say that I'm for someone's rights is by living like a naked monk in the middle of the forest?
No.
Okay.
But
Then what are you saying?
You could
This is
equally
like
grow your
someone
own
who's
crops,
participating
farm
in
your own
like a
crops,
dogfighting ring,
instead of using crops for
being
mass production.
I don't have
Chris,
land.
this is like someone being like,
Go
"Oh,
ahead,
I
Keith.
participate in
Exactly.
dogfighting rings, and it's justified because you accidentally step on ants."
But my argument is you don't. Your argument, you say you don't have land, but if you should be doing everything you can to protect animals, why aren't you buying land?
I'm sorry, what does this have to do with
What?
your choices again?
Sorry, wait,
That
Chris, do you
is
think people can
beyond
just
case
pull
of
money
Why
out
don't
of
ability.
thin
Chris, why
air?
don't you go
Because
get
this
some
is what I'm
land?
trying to
about.
understand about your morality stance.
Why does it matter what my morality is? Like, I don't care what your morality is for my choices. Why does it matter that I'm a perfect saint in order for you to do what you know is the right thing?
I'm not
You
saying
are
that.
saying that. You're
I'm
sitting
not
here
saying,
crying on a hill going, but you do this,
I'm
you
not
do that, you
crying.
got leather somewhere here or that, or
No,
you're a
I'm.
hypocrite. You're a I can't
You're
think straight because you're a
literally.
hypocrite. So then, Chris, why don't you
God.
answer the straight question? Why are you specifically not vegan?
Because I eat meat.
Why do
I'm not going to sit
why
there
do
and
you
justify it because I don't need to justify
you
it.
do though, because you're slitting someone's throat to get their muscle, and you need to justify your
Yeah,
violence.
you.
If you're gonna crash
Yeah,
out,
okay. If
we're just
go,
gonna end it.
look, no.
Yeah.
The only one crashing
Yeah.
out is
Are you
you,
crashing out?
because you're going down the
Are you crashing
extremist
out?
route of saying
Is it
cutting
okay for me to
throats.
kick
The
dogs for
only
fun?
one crashing out is
Is it
you.
okay for me to kick dogs for fun?
Is it okay for you to kill mice?
Is it okay
to
for
get
me to
your
kick
crops?
dogs for fun? This should be an easy
Is it
one.
okay for you to kill
Do you
birds?
see how pathetic you
Chris, you
are?
have like such a poor understanding
Chris,
of
this
direct
is
exploitation and indirect.
Go ahead, Keith.
Like, do you think that like if like accidentally we cause like humans to be unalived by driving on the road, right? Sometimes humans just get unalived by having access to a roadway. Does that just like give me permissibility to now just go intentionally cause direct exploitation to humans because there can be incidental or undesired deaths in roadways?
I'd love
Yes
to
or
answer
no?
your question, but the host keeps.
Yes or
muting me.
no?
even though
Yes
I
or
wasn't
no?
talking.
Sorry,
No,
yes or no?
but no. And my argument is still,
It
my
doesn't give us
argument is
permissibility to just start unaliving humans because incidental deaths happen on roadways.
what is the point in a debate if you're just going to keep being muted?
Oh, what's the point in not answering questions honestly?
Well, I'd love to answer the question.
Or lie and say you were listening when you weren't, because you said that you understand that morals still need a justification even if they are subjective, which you just went to. I eat meat and I don't need to justify myself. Yes, you fucking do. You need to justify why you make shitty fucking actions. You need to justify why you're
I
being a
eat
piece of
meat
shit.
because I like eating meat, because I'm a human, and historically
That's
humans have
not a
eaten meat.
proper
Historically,
justification.
humans
I
have
like
eaten meat.
raping women, so therefore I grape
Well,
women.
then go and
Not
grape a woman
proper...
then, if that's what you want to do, mate.
Oh
my
my
God.
god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Fucking hell, dude.
Wow.
Imagine saying you're not crashing out and then giving leeway and permissibility for someone to just be like, oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. Go ahead and grape someone.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Wild. Hey, Chip, I would have brought you up sooner, but it wouldn't let me. It was apparently a full panel. But welcome up.
I can step down so Chip can be up on here.
If you want,
you
I
can
can't
allow
bring
more.
anybody up, but there's also no one requesting right now, so it's up to you guys what you want to do. But
Okay. If there's someone that does request up, I will happily jump down so Chip can stay up on here.
we do suddenly have Mr. Green. Did we already talk to Mr. Green though?
Talked to him in the past, I think.
Did we? Okay. Mr. Green, maybe put it in the chat what your question is before I don't want to drop any of my vegans. I like them all.
And put your age in the chat.
That would be
so
helpful
we know
too.
already.
If you're over 18, say I'm over 18 and this is my question.
Yeah, there should always be that pre-filter.
Yeah. That dude made some valid points, Mr. Green, huh? Okay. Well, I would love to know which ones you think before I bring you up, because it sounds like you might be then also a troll. Like what we're talking about is, oh, did you drop down, Chip? There you are. Okay. Hello.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you before.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it sometimes has glitches. The only way is like drop down and come back up. Mr. Green?
Yeah, that guy was so disingenuous, wasn't he? He said he was a vegan and he came in here because he had some concerns. So essentially, he said he just to try to reiterate what his position was.
Sure.
He said he was a vegan, but his concern was that he's still killing animals, therefore might as well demand more killing of animals.
That was his argument.
That's such a weird argument, isn't it?
It really is. It doesn't make sense. Like, even if somehow crop deaths were even higher than taking someone's direct life through enslavement, that doesn't justify just because there's harm over here to enslave someone over here. Just, I don't know.
I honestly don't believe he was a vegan in the first place. It doesn't make sense to me. You used to be a vegan.
I mean,
obviously,
I asked him the question, right, of like indirect versus incidental or indirect unalivements of humans on like roadways.
Yeah.
Like, does the incidental deaths make it okay to now cause direct deaths? And he was like, no. He said no to that.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, where did that logic suddenly skip outside of your brain when it came to this other reasoning? Like, what happened, dude?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
There's so many people that have conflicting thought processes in their head.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it looks like Mr. Green went away. Any non-vegans that are here, I mean, you don't have to come up if you don't want to. I understand that sometimes a panel of vegans are scary. These are the best vegans, though, I promise. They won't hurt you. But I want to know.
We don't bite.
Yeah, they don't bite. Not without consent. But I want to know. I want to know, like why you're not vegan. I'm sure that a lot of you, it's more like a curiosity thing. There's a lot of wallflowers. And I want to know, like, what is it that's holding you back? I'm looking for genuine conversations. I know that we get spicy in here sometimes. It's just that I don't want to tolerate someone being offhanded and joking about someone's total demise and suffering, I don't want to be lighthearted about that. And I understand that maybe someone just doesn't understand that animals feel, but you know, it's just disgusting to hear people be so heartless and say, yeah, it's okay to split someone open regardless of the fact that they feel. So we try not to get upset. So if we can have like an honest conversation. I know, Mr. Green, you keep requesting up, but you haven't told me your question. We've been waiting. I want to know why you want to come up here. Go ahead, Axel.
I'm gonna drop out so you guys have space. See you guys
No,
later.
Trip. I said I was gonna do that, so you
Oh,
could
okay.
be up.
I can jump out.
I already called it dibs
Okay.
for dropping out.
Okay, you get
But-
first dibs then.
Yeah, you exactly.
Just
If it
check,
shrinks
so.
even more, you're welcome to come back up.
So anyway, I just want to point out one thing real quick. If you do have this tendency to just say that others are reasonable to be exploited based off of what any circumstance that you want to be, any other being can do that to you. And you could be in that same position at any given moment. Like there's like the whole vast space, we could be invaded by aliens and then be exploited. And then you would have to be like, oh, yeah, they're a superior being. They can do whatever they want to me. And just, I hope you change your mind before that actually happens because, man, yeah, you're gonna get probed and you're just gonna have to be like,
I
well,
don't
I
want
have
that.
to accept it.
I don't want that. Exactly. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Axel.
Peace out, guys.
Appreciate it. All right, let's get Reckons up here. Although I don't know. We'll see if it's a child. I've been having a lot of children up lately. Reckons, are you over 18?
I am 33.
Awesome. Okay, good. I always hate when I have
Not a
little
child.
kids. I'm like, no, go away. All right.
Yeah, it's Memorial Day. School's out.
That's actually a great point. That makes a lot more sense. So yeah, are you vegan?
No.
Okay. Do you know what veganism means?
Yes.
Can you reflect it to me just so I know that we're on the same page?
Veganism is to boil it down, the belief that human and animals are equal.
Not so much that we're equal. Maybe if you're speaking specifically inherently how we value ourselves, yes. But veganism,
Yeah, no life is more value than the other.
well, it's more like I value my life just as much as a chicken values their life. That's when we're the same. Because we also have lots of differences.
I like to,
right? You and I have a lot of differences.
I like to,
Go ahead, sorry.
yeah, differences for sure. The kind of the, like what qualifies it, like the value to me is like, is this creature afraid of death? Like, does this
Well, they don't need to be necessarily
creature
afraid
want
of
to avoid death?
Yeah, they want to avoid suffering, right? They prefer to be
Suffering.
comfortable. But veganism, to be clear, is an ethical stance against the exploitation. So it's not even against harm or unaliving, because we're on TikTok, we can't say the K word. It's against directly the exploitation of anybody. So I don't want to demand someone be enslaved for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like including bees, like, stealing bees.
Yeah, exactly.
They were. So I want you to know I am not here to debate like why veganism is bad or why not being vegan is good or anything.
Yeah, I genuinely want to know why you're not vegan is what I really want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, I just kind of want to throw my I just want to answer your prompt, and then if that's something you want to work with, then cool. But I am not a vegan. I guess if I had to boil it down, out of convenience and social, like social stigma.
Okay, like social situations, like going out to eat with friends and going to their houses.
Going out to their house, going out to eat with friends. There's meat everywhere, and then people treat you differently.
I mean, are they your friends or are they people that dictate what your life is? It sounds kind of sad that your friends are
Yeah.
like that mean.
I sort of mean just how like if you happen to mention to somebody that you're a vegan, they just like seem to get mad at you.
I mean, it's funny. I actually get more aggression when people find out I'm an animal rights activist, not so much when I'm vegan. When I'm vegan, people ask me questions, but I don't feel like people are as defensive. I mean, some people, there are always going to be those in society that are going to get triggered from stupid things. And it is growing right now because it is a little bit political for some stupid reason. But most people that I've experienced are kind and curious. So yeah, people that, I mean, it was when I became an activist that I kind of lost some of my friends because it was hard for me as a vegan watching them participate in something that's so terrible. But
exploitation.
Yeah. Well, because it'd be like you're really close with dogs, right? Have you ever been around a dog or a cat?
Yes.
Yeah. So we recognize their kind of personalities, right? That they have uniqueness to them, they have preferences. Wouldn't it be horrifying if your friends put a full-bodied dog roast on the table? Like, I'd be horrified.
I'll be honest. Okay. So I was a vegan from 2020 to 2023. I am all for, like, I am completely anti animal exploitation. I'm not a vegan currently, but I want to be. And so I'll say I'm a little bit horrified when there's any roast on the table, not just a dog.
I see. Okay, yeah.
Absolutely a dog.
Yeah.
If I was in a country or a culture where that was more socially acceptable, I would be less horrified because I would understand it a little
Yeah,
more.
kind of like how it is with Westerners and certain animals like the cows, pigs, and chickens. Yeah, exactly. That is.
Yeah.
I would be equally horrified at either one. That's why I that part I will say does affect my social life, but I honestly, knowing what happens, it was worth it in my mind. I don't want to lose friends and families. I just wanted them to hear me out, but I couldn't tolerate it because even if I didn't say anything, I still had to watch them do it, and that was just. It's hard because I'm not the one suffering, right? I just know that someone lost everything for them, and it's a reminder when I'm seeing them do it. So that part, I will agree, it socially does affect me, but it's definitely worth it for the animal.
So now, like on the topic of, like, the social dynamic, it sounds like maybe you took, like, one way that would help is to take more of a proactive, like, not separation, but to, like, exclude myself proactively
It's not
instead
that.
of
I didn't.
looking at it like them excluding me. It's like me excluding
It's more
myself.
like, are they your friends? Because if they're your friends tell each other the things that they prioritize. They're things that they enjoy and they focus on. And I think that they're friends with you for a reason. They like your personality and how you do things. They think you're a good person. So I imagine
Yeah.
if you did come to them with like, hey, I learned this, would you be willing to learn it with me? Sometimes people are actually more open than you think. My partner. So I was already butting heads with my friends. My partner was not vegan in any way. And I actually technically was vegetarian. I was still participating in dairy and eggs. And we watched a documentary, and seeing what had happened, I like turned to my partner and I'm like, I can't support this anymore. And I'd already been experiencing pushback from my friends. So I was terrified that was going to happen with my partner, but I can't lie to myself and my partner. My partner, the reason why we're together is because we do have similar priorities and principles. And so he agreed. He's like, I don't know why we're doing this. And we went vegan at the same time. So your friends actually might surprise you if you share this information, you genuinely feel this way.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, a true friend will stick up with you and support you, and then listen and learn from you and your actions.
Yeah. I don't know about that, Reckons, but do you really want to be around somebody who shuns you or who doesn't want to be with you because you stand up for what is right? Like I wouldn't want to be around those people, even if I would want to be friends with them. I wouldn't want to be around them if they don't accept me for who I am, and I shouldn't change myself to suit to be with them, right?
Yeah.
Like we want people to accept us for who we are, and if one of your core values is that you're anti-exploitation, then surely it should reflect on your actions also. Because if it's only a value you hold but you don't actually follow through with it, then it means nothing.
You're absolutely right. And I'm so sick of living with that cognitive dissonance every day.
I would say also, you're welcome to like hang out on this panel or with other vegans. Like, once.
Where do you live, Reckons?
Yeah, where do you live?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, please go ahead, Chip. That's a great point.
I live in Oregon.
You're in Oregon?
Oregon.
Oh wow, I'm in Washington. You're very close.
Because
PNW.
you can go find like some activism, like you can go vegan and find some activism groups, and that's how I made a lot of vegan friends. And believe it or not, I didn't just find friends who were vegans who share that value, but I found friends who I have more in common than anybody I've ever had in common with. Like, it's insane how when you actually share values with somebody, how fast the other pieces fall in together. It won't be for everyone, right? Like, you won't match with every vegan, but definitely you'll see that you'll match with more people that way and you find more friends. And I know it can be scary to say that, but you do deserve somebody who likes you for you.
You know, that's a really great point. Definitely have felt in these last years lacking in community. I'll be honest, I don't really have friends. The only friend I really have is my wife, and she is 100% supportive of me in any. She understands my morals and my reasonings, and even my reason for not being vegan. Like, no matter what I choose, she's on my side. So she's like a perfect ally to have.
Yeah.
But
Well, you got a group
like
right
seeking
here.
out. Sorry.
I just said you got a new group of friends right here to support you.
That's yeah. I mean, I saw the prompt and I was like, okay, this isn't like a combative space. I mean, it can be, but I was like, maybe this will be a nice little push in the direction that I want to go if I come and introduce myself.
Yeah, we would love to have you in our community. And there's other resources too. If like, you maybe didn't like our group for some reason. There's also 10 Weeks to Vegan, which is in my antianimaluse.org. There's also Animal Justice 21. There's a bunch of vegan challenges where you can join, and they actually put you in a community of other new vegans that are trying to figure out their obstacles, and you have access to professionals and all that. There's 10 Weeks to Vegan. There's Challenge 22, Animal Justice 21, which is by Jake Lagatara. I think I saw him in the chat. But all of these also provide different options for community. Just as
Yeah, I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah.
That sounds really helpful.
And I'm going to throw one other thought in there. Like this past weekend, I was at a vegan fest, and the best thing is just volunteering to help organize, to run, to help set up, tear down. But you come across so many great people, and yeah.
Yeah, festivals are
Wait,
great.
can you say what that was again? Sorry.
I went to a vegan festival here in Germany, but there's vegan fests all over the place that they're always looking for volunteers to help set up, tear down, whatever, to run the events.
Even for activism, maybe you don't feel like you can
Yeah.
do outreach or some activism, but you can help those that are doing activism, like set up and tear down and all that stuff. And there's groups that are looking for help. So if you wanted to do that, there's definitely a lot of options, and you'll find people.
That sounds. I'll be honest. I never even considered like joining groups and like being active, and like there's all these online groups, and then Life just said a vegan festival. The thought of like a festival.
There's one in
no
Oregon.
Animal products?
There is one in Oregon. I'm pretty sure it's called
Is there?
Veg Fest. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to check that out. It sounds like a nice time. I don't have to deal with all the smells and.
Well, I'll just put it to this
cognitive
way. The
dissonance.
fest that we had 50 different stands there. There was a stage, music. It was over 2 days. So there was merch that was being sold. And then there was, on the other side, there was all the food trucks. So there was veggie bowls, mushroom burgers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, all sorts of delicious foods.
Reckons, can I ask you a question? Like, did you ever move, or did you always live there?
Oh, I grew up in Canada and I moved to Oregon when I was 18.
Yeah.
Where are you from in Canada?
I'm from the middle of nowhere in Alberta.
So the reason why I asked you that is because, I moved from Romania to the Netherlands, and I moved in my 30s. And there's something that you learn in your 30s, and that is that if you want to make friends, you have to put in the effort. It doesn't just come naturally as it did when you're 18 or 20, So if you want to find people, you have to put in a little bit of effort. It went the same also for me, right? Like, you have to meet people, you have to do all that. And eventually you find your community and the effort kind of slows down. But that's just sadly how it is when you're 30. It's just because most people have already a life and friends and
Yeah, in
everything.
my early 20s, I didn't have to put any effort in. I lived in the city, there was friends everywhere. And then I did notice
Yeah.
as soon as I took a moral stance and decided something was right for me, and then like and also turned 30, it all just kind of went downhill really fast. And then it was just me and my wife, and so I'm looking forward to like kind of putting in that work and
And like Chip
reaching
said,
out to people in my area.
I moved from Canada to Germany. I might move back to Canada, who knows? But for me to get into the community and stuff, that's what I did. I actively looked for the communities and stuff and met people and made contacts and stuff like that, and have grown to the point of being asked if I wanted to join the organization of Vegan Street Day. So
nice.
Yeah, I think especially when you can't get your real life, like the real life people that are in, like your family and your current friends, like when you can't kind of quote unquote convert them. um, it is nice to have other friends that are vegan, and even if it's a community online, I know it's made a huge difference in my life, huge difference, and it just keeps reinforcing it, and it is good to be part of the vegan community, even if they're not like in your real life. But to everybody's point, there are organizations and groups everywhere, and social media is a great place to find those communities and find those organizations that do go out and do activism and hold events. And it's just a great way to meet other vegans, because it is helpful if you do have that community of support around you.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, I think
also, I
I'm
do want to say, just to support on all my friends here as well. Your life isn't really yours if you let society dictate how you should live your life. You don't want to, as extreme as it might sound, you don't want to die thinking that you were trying to please others and not yourself, because we only have one chance of living. You're not going to be sorry, I just lagged out. But if you understand what I'm trying to say, you need to let your life be your life and not others. Because I don't want to bring up my personal business here, but there was a time where I was letting other people decide how I was as a person. And once I did become homeless, they all left me. None of them helped me. Not even my own parents helped me. So I realized that I do not give a fuck about what people think. I get a lot of people that hate me because I am vegan. I go to college, and I have a lot of people not bullying but saying stuff behind my back. But I was like, if I'm happy with myself, I know that I'm not actively participating in slavery, then I don't give a fuck what they think. And do you not think when human slavery was such a big thing that people in high society were thinking the same thing as you? They didn't want to have slaves, but they were scared about what other people thought, which actively made them have more slaves in their sort of land. And it sounds extreme, but I just want to say that sort of reasoning is not as important as those animals that are going through torture, slavery, all of that things. So you just have to be the bigger person in this picture.
That reminds me of the
honestly.
Malcolm X quote, actually. It's like, if not you, who? And if not when, or if not now, then when?
Right. Yeah.
If you can see that it's
Yeah, I
wrong,
mean, at the end of the day, it's not really easy to be disliked just because you've taken what seems to be a kind and compassionate stance against an injustice. But at the same time, for me personally, as long as I know I am doing everything I can do to not contribute, I'm never going to care what other people think about that, because ever since I learned what I learned, there is absolutely no way I can continue to support that. I just can't do it with a good conscience, so people can think whatever they want. They can hate on me. They can, that's a them problem as far as I'm concerned. And I say this when I talk to people every day. At the end of the day, it's about doing the right thing because you believe that's the right thing to do. It's not about society or other people. What are your beliefs? What are your ethics? If you think that this is something that is wrong, you can and should stand up against it, just like anything else that you would stand up against.
So after listening all to this, what are your thoughts now for the future? moving forwards?
My thoughts for the future. Well, I came into this answering the prompt, and my two answers were social dynamics and convenience. And I feel like we touched a lot on the social aspect, and that actually is very invigorating, spiritually and communally. Like I'm looking forward. I have a friend who lives about an hour away from me. I call my vegan sensei, because he's the one who opened my eyes to all of this.
That might
And
be your convenience answer right there.
Well, I really liked what Sahara said, about, at the end of your life, like, do you want to ask yourself, or do you want to be able to tell yourself that like you lived your one and only life based off of like societal standards? And I feel like that, like what Sahara just said, but really touched on the convenience aspect point.
Yeah.
And when I'm taking my final breaths, I want to be able to like at least be able to tell myself that I did what I thought was right, and I wasn't just another person that was sent through the meat grinder, unintended.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna work on the community aspect. I'm gonna go to the host's website here, Anti-Animal Use, and I'm gonna start exposing myself to more
resources.
What carnists would say, vegan propaganda.
Yeah. Well, and take what you learn and research it also on your own so that you can double check.
Yeah.
And
But
follow
feel free
all of
also.
us. Follow all of us. And when you see us live, come on in and join us. Even if you just want to listen, to the conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll boom, I hit that follow button on VSL right now. Oh, look at it. You're all right there. Look at it. Click, click, click.
I'm glad they made it get easy.
Great.
That's great. Oh yeah, follow Lori too. She's in the chat. She also goes live on many other vegans panels. So you'll be introduced to a lot of other vegans that do the same thing.
And there's the vegan heretic in the chat.
Oh yeah, vegan heretic. If you're religious, he's really good about breaking down the perspective from an Abrahamic Christian perspective. So he's a very good resource.
I'm not religious, but that does sound quite interesting.
Yes, he also is on YouTube if you ever want to like look through his stuff too. He's a pretty good activist.
Cool.
See, there's a comment from the vegan heretic right there.
Yeah, there he is. Also, David. There's so many vegans in here. Just any vegans, honestly, you could probably follow.
Yeah.
David, the 40-year-old vegan. He often goes live on YouTube as well. Yeah, him and Chip are really close friends.
But it's awesome that you came in here.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad I came in too.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of you guys' input, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the future.
If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, private message or during the lives. Please feel free to come back to us.
Can I ask you one final question, Reckons? It's a difficult one, and it's not meant to attack you or anything, but how many more animals should be exploited for you going forward from now on?
Well, this is a good question because there is no right answer, but the answer is 0.
Okay. Well, you know what you have to do for that, okay? Exactly. Thank you for that.
I do. Yeah, I do. Luckily, I've been vegan all week or all weekend, so.
That's awesome.
Please come back and update us.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. I'm hopping down
Thanks
now.
for being up here, Reckons.
I don't know how.
Oh, I'll drop you. I'll drop you.
Talk to you.
Have a good day.
Hey, by the way,
Yes.
everybody, it's my 7-year anniversary this weekend.
Oh, congratulations.
Woo! 7 years, I made it.
Beautiful.
I cannot believe it's been 7 years. Like, I feel like it was just yesterday.
Congratulations. It's such
Time
a great,
flies.
I know, when you can say multiple years, you're like, yes.
Yes.
It feels good even if you do it after a month. You're like, I accomplished so much, but it's like as the number grows, you just, it just feels good.
Yeah, exactly. It feels really good.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Well, let's see. We're at 11:35. So, Lori, the thing is, I can bring you up, but then I can't bring anybody else up.
I'm gonna jump off because I did say I was on next in line, but I got some vegan sausages from the vegan street day. There's always extra food.
Of course.
So,
of course. Are they
free food is free
seitan
food.
or soy? I'm just curious.
I will double check that. I'll let you know.
Oh, you don't need
in
that's
the
okay.
chat.
I'm just curious because
I cannot remember. I just remember being handed them at the end of the day. I had some sort of vegan cheese handed to me. I think it's a type of brie or something. I don't
That's
know.
what I love about Vegan Fest, though. You don't have to worry about it. You're like, no, it's vegan.
Oh
It's
yeah.
so nice.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
But I will jump out of here. You can throw somebody else in.
All right. I appreciate you, Life. Thank you for coming up here.
But I'll be hanging out in the chat.
All right. We'll keep an
So-
eye on. And like, as before, if someone else drops, you're welcome to come back up.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Life. Go follow Life if you're not following Life. Actually, just posted a bunch of stuff about the festival that they went to. So go check that out, the Vegan Festival. All right, Lori, you're welcome to come on up. And we have, let's see, we're going to go with this name. I don't like that other name. Tree Sential.
Hi.
Are you over 18?
Yes, I'm 22.
Oof, I don't think so. All right, I guess we'll do Pill Popper. Hey, are you over 18? Oh, okay. Must have been an accident. Dang. Okay. Well,
I had a banging vegan chocolate cupcake today by I think it was Uggs. Oh, it was top tier. It's gonna make me fat one day. I swear.
yeah, for
on?
sure. I actually, when I first went vegan, I definitely lost weight because I was eating whole food, plant-based at first. And then I started eating more junk food and I definitely gained more weight. But it's like, it just shows you that you can have whatever body type you really want if you put that effort into it. But the same problems, if you want to eat unhealthy, may catch up with you. All right, Tree Sentiel, if you really are from 2003, then I guess I'll bring you up. You sounded extremely young. I don't see your name though. I can't invite you back up. That's weird. Why does it kick you out of my list? There you are. Okay. Oh. Okay. There we go. All right. So we're going with that. You said 23, right?
22. I'll be 23 in July.
Okay. Well, happy.
On July 24th, 2003.
Okay. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Are you vegan?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Do you know what veganism means?
Yes.
Let me know what you understand it to mean.
Well, the ethical position, I guess, simply put, is against the exploitation of all sentient creatures.
Yeah.
All sentient life.
Yeah. Do you know what sentience means?
I mean, that's complicated. That's a much more complicated question, but
Just the definition,
I think,
if you know it.
yeah, I think most people mean it's a combination of a central nervous system and a brain.
That you do need those in order to have sentience. That's what we're discovering. But sentience in its definition, I guess it does include a brain and central nervous system. There's multiple definitions. But basically the ability to experience life. To have your own subjective experience of feelings and emotions.
But more like specifically, I think, as like the result of having those two features, a brain and a central nervous system. Because like plants, to some limited extent, are aware of the outside world, but they're not sentient.
Right, I do agree. Go ahead.
So Tree, you say you understand veganism as an anti-exploitation of sentient beings position. Are we to understand that you are for exploitation of sentient beings?
Well, no, and I was just characterizing the position in the way it's, commonly characterized by its proponents.
That's what
I don't
it
think
is,
I would
right?
use the same language necessarily regarding like exploitation. But no, I'm not for exploitation. I'm more so like my position regarding veganism is more so that
What's your
there
position
aren't
regarding
necessarily-
exploitation of human beings? Oh, I don't care your position about veganism. What's your position regarding exploitation of sentient beings?
Well, I think it depends on the context, but
Unnecessary exploitation.
yeah, when we take sure. So when we take the word exploitation, strictly speaking, that just means to make use of another being, right? So I don't think making use of other beings is inherently immoral, and I don't think that's
Unfair use.
rationally grounded.
Unfair use. Exploitation means unfair use.
Sorry, I don't know if I caught that. Unfairly?
Unfair use. Unfair, yeah. It means
Unfair
using them
use.
unfairly. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
so it's
yeah,
not just using
so
them, it's using them unfairly against their own
well
interest,
then
essentially.
that's why I'm worried about using the language, because if that's the case, we might be begging the question with the word, right? It might, because
Sure.
veganism is obviously setting out to
Sure,
demonstrate
but
why it's
instead of
unfair.
sure, but instead of
Yeah.
like trying to fight the lingo and discuss all this definitions and stuff, which I'm not genuinely interested, I am genuinely
Sure.
interested in understanding what your position is on the unfair. That means unfair, like it where it doesn't respect their interests, but we go against their interest of sentient beings for optional product. What is your position on that? Do you
Yes,
think
yes, and I think
you
that's a
should
much
continue? Do you think you should do that, or do you think you should not do that?
well, yeah, I think that's a much better way of putting it. And I think whether you should or should not do something like that is going to be relative, right?
Yeah.
There's a
So
lot of
according to you,
cases
should
where
you?
we're
No,
going
no.
to be
You no, no,
contradicting the
no,
interests
no,
of others,
no,
and that's
no,
not going to
no,
be
no.
controversial.
Tree,
So I
I'm
think it
interested in your
depends.
position. I'm interested in your position. Should you?
Well, that's too general, really,
Should
of a
you?
question.
Sure. Should let me clarify. Should you demand the exploitation of sentient beings when there is no necessity for it?
Um, I don't really have a position on whether you should. I'm not claiming that you shouldn't be vegan. I'm just saying that's not really necessarily a
Okay,
lot of
so should
motivation to be
you?
vegan.
Can you please formulate a position right now? Because when you're saying you don't have a position and you choose to exploit non-human animals, sentient beings for optional products, you automatically adopt a position where you're either like I'm genuinely interested in. Do you think that your choice to demand the exploitation of sentient beings for optional products is a moral choice or is it an immoral choice?
Yeah, no, yeah. So I wouldn't say the use of another animal, like to commodify them or to eat them, is inherently immoral. I don't think that can be
So your
rationally
choice.
grounded.
So no. I never said inherently immoral. I said the exploitation of a sentient being for an optional product. Your choice to demand the exploitation of a sentient being for an optional product, is that immoral or is that moral?
It's not immoral by any
Okay.
means I could
So does that
articulate.
apply to all sentient beings or just the ones that you deem?
I mean, prima facie, because again, that's a really general sort of principle. Prima
Sure. So
facie,
does that
I
apply
would
to all
say,
sentient beings,
right, but
or
it's
just
definitely not. It's definitely going to depend in particular cases, because there are going to be interests we have where a certain use is not conducive to them, right? Like
No. So you keep saying use, and I understand you're very tied to lingo. So I keep bringing it back to unnecessary exploitation for optional products. So there is essentially whatever necessity, whatever interest you may have, it can be resolved without the exploitation. And yet you would choose to exploit a sentient being. So how would that be moral? Can you please
well,
explain to me?
again, we already discussed, and you
Yeah,
even
and what
conceded that
position would that be
the word
moral?
exploit begs a question for your view. So that's why I'm not
No.
using the word
And what
exploit.
position would that be
But
moral according to your values? And what position
well,
would
hold
it be
on.
moral for you to choose to demand the exploitation of a sentient being for an optional product?
Well, okay. So again, I'm not talking necessarily about exploitation. I think that begs the
Can you
question
please
for your
answer my
view.
question?
But
Can
yes,
you please
please
answer
just
my
let me.
question?
I'm trying to
No,
just
I'm
let
not
me.
interested. I'm not interested in
I
sophism.
know,
I'm
but
very
I'm
much
I'm
interested in
trying
the
to be
question being
honest, answering
answered.
your question. You're talking
Okay,
over me.
answer
You're not
my
letting me get
question
a
then.
word
So
out.
in
So
what
please.
position is it, in what position, I'll repeat the question, okay? Describe to me the situation when demanding
Yeah, I
the
can give you. That's
exploitation
what
of
I
a sentient
was hoping
being,
to do
let
is
me
give you a
finish,
situation. So
let me
here's an
finish.
example of a way in which it would not be
Sure, go
controversial
on.
at all to disregard the interests of another sentient creature. Let's say, for
Okay.
example, that me and another man are both interested in the same woman, and let's say for either of us, we know that if the other were successful where we failed, it would cause a lot of mental anguish, right? So let's say that I am successful with dating this woman and the other is not, and that's gonna. I know that's contradictory to their
which
interest
of
for
this
me to date
position
this
entails
woman.
exploitate? Excuse me.
But I
Which of
don't
this?
think we would any of us would really say it's wrong for me to do that.
No. Which of these examples entails exploitation? I'm getting angsty right now. Can you please explain to me in your example which of these entails a form of exploitation? Two
Well, again, I
individuals
don't
being
think this is
interested in courting
exploitation.
a
I don't agree
woman.
with the use of the
Okay,
word
so it is not
exploitation.
exploitation. Thank you. So can you give me a situation when demanding exploitation of sentient beings is justified for optional
Well,
products?
that's not what my position regarding.
Okay, so you're saying
just to
no. You have to stop jumping to conclusions and answer the question. So is there ever a situation when demanding the exploitation of sentient beings for optional products can ever be justified or can ever be moral according to your own
Well,
view?
no, exact. So my point again is that would be, I think that would be, what's the word? Like a tautologically true, right? Because again, the word exploitation, as you're using it, already assumes that the
Okay,
act
so
is
so what you're
immoral.
saying, what you're implying is that animal farming is not exploitation. Sure, whatever. So what you're implying is that animal farming is not exploitation, correct?
Yes, that's what I've been saying from the start.
Okay, so if we replace the non-human animal with a human animal, would that be exploitation?
I would say so, depending on
Okay,
the scenario.
so then what's the morally significant difference between a non-human animal and a human animal that justifies the difference in view?
I mean, we're going to have subjective interests tied with other humans that we wouldn't have tied with other animals. That would make such a thing.
No. So let me be very clear with you. What's the morally significant different trait or phenotype between a human animal and a non-human animal that justifies the difference in view? I'm not interested in your preference for these individuals because preferences could also justify racism by the same manner. I'm interested in the trait difference between these two individuals that would justify the view of farming one is exploitation, farming the other isn't.
Okay, so no, I don't think it is a difference in trait necessarily. I think it is a difference in relationship and motivation. Can I please just respond? I'm trying.
So there's no trait difference, is what you're saying.
Well, can I just respond without being cut off? I just would like to have a civil discussion here. I'm not being rude to you.
I would just really love it if you'd answer my question, which has been asked for a while now.
Just don't even cry about, because when you get meta, you're wasting our time.
I'm not crying. I just want to finish.
Just don't complain about it when he cuts you off. Just keep going. You know, either stop or
I'm just going to mute my audio so I won't hear him if he cuts off. Okay, so I think how we interact with the creatures, a big role of that is our relationship with them. It's not to do necessarily with their traits. For example, I could have a belonging that is dear to me that is like atomically the same as several other belongings, right? But if there's a situation where
about your value system, we're talking about what does someone have to be respected?
Like if my apartment complex is burning
you're
down,
not listening.
I would go.
You're not listening. You're just yapping to yourself. You can do this in the bathroom alone. We don't need to be here for this if you want to talk to yourself. We're talking about what does someone have to have in order for you to respect them. I'm sorry, Chip, go ahead.
Yeah, Chi, you were asked very carefully. So it's clear that non-human animals are missing something because when we farm them, you don't seem to think it's exploitation. And human animals have something which you seem to think that it is not it is exploitation if we farm them. So what is that something that non-human animals are missing?
Tommy's sick, so.
Okay, well, I was cut off and I was muted this time, so I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to speak. Honestly.
Sure. So what is...
Can I just speak for like maybe 10 seconds?
No, you are not allowed to speak unless you answer the questions. If you had answered the questions from the beginning, we could have had a productive conversation.
Well, you're my opponent in the debate.
So far, no, I'm not your opponent in a debate. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. So I'm asking you to be genuine and actually answer the question. So I'll say it again. You seem to think that when we farm humans, it is not exploitation, yet it is exploitation, yet when we farm non-humans, it is not exploitation. So what exactly do non-humans need to have, or what exactly can I remove from humans? Let's put it this way. What can I remove from humans so that farming them is also not exploitation?
So it's not going to be a productive conversation if you are muting
what
and
can I
interrupting
remove
the
from humans?
I am not the one who's violating traditional
What can I remove from humans?
If you keep going meta, I will drop you. If you keep complaining about the conversation, I'm going to drop you.
Well, if you mute me or talk over
What
me
can I
again,
remove from
then
humans to that would make them farming them not exploitation?
I already dropped him because he just couldn't stop
They
talking
never
over
want
you.
to talk about, like, Phil Bros just never want to talk about intrinsic traits about the individual. They just never want to talk about it. They just want to pretend it's unimportant. It's ridiculous.
It's pretty frustrating because that's just about how all oppression in our history has continued. Just ignore the fact that they feel and care about what happens to themselves. They're just machines for me to use. It's terrible.
I so dislike these people. This is so disingenuous. Can you just come in here and have a conversation with us instead of being disingenuous? The reason why we're asking you this question, the reason why I asked you this question several times, it's because you have to answer it. That's the genuine thing. If you're coming here to understand veganism, if you're coming here to understand an actual perspective of a vegan person, instead of going along with what everyone has taught you, then you will need to answer the question so that we can drive you to the realization of what it means to be vegan.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll just continuously be bogged down in this position where you think you might be right, and all you'll be doing is searching for excuses to justify your actions instead of actually trying to question your actions, which is what we're here in the first place to do.
Such a good point. No, that's what's happening. They're not paying attention to why we're here. They think that it's just a debate, which is almost like a game to many of them. They're like, no, I'm just going to beat you. And it's like, we're not talking about winning a conversation. We're saying there's victims involved, and it's because of you. Your actions are at fault for this. You know, what are you going to do now with this information? Are you going to be a good person and change and go by your own values? Because most people don't think we should exploit each other. Or are you going to just be like every other oppressor in the past and keep using others for your own pleasures? Hey, Lori, I'm sorry I dropped you. It was just because your mute or your mic wouldn't mute.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Mute. I'm sorry.
No,
Shoot,
don't
I
be
didn't even
sorry.
know
It's
that.
not your fault.
I thought it was
It
mute.
wasn't you. It was TikTok. I saw it all go down. TikTok, for some reason, unmuted you, and then I couldn't mute your mic. It just wouldn't let me.
Sorry about that. I just didn't even see that. Yeah, I know things have been acting weird on TikTok the last few days.
I agree. We've got a request here, Eagle.
I just want to say I do have to go, but it was nice. Thank you so much for
Thank you
bringing
for
me up.
being here. I loved your input. It's really great having you up here.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I'll see you guys soon.
If you're not following Sahar, please go follow her. Great activist. Follow all the vegans on this panel. Thank you. Thank you for being up here. All right. I'll go ahead and kick you. Also, real quick, before Eagle becomes unmuted, if you're willing to wait just 2 seconds, I want to just make a shout out that anti-animal use, it does say Saturday, but it will be Saturday 11 to 2. So please come check us out. We'll be live on YouTube, but also TikTok. Whoa, because I got the microphone. So because we'll have the microphone, TikTok will also be able to sit in on live conversations. Yeah. So I'm very excited. I have 2 phones. One is my old phone, and then I have my current phone. So if I turn on the hotspot, I can make my phone or the old phone go live for YouTube there. And then
Oh,
I
so
have
2
2 phones.
phones.
An old phone and a new phone. Newish. It's from 2023, but still. So yeah. But the microphone, I have a Rode, the Wireless Pro Rode that I've had for a couple of years, and it said that it was supposed to be able to split, like if you use the 3.5 millimeter I don't know what the stands for, and plug that into your phone. I have I don't have them in front of me, but I have these splitters that I can plug into the bottoms of the phone so that I can put power and audio in there. But it wasn't working, and I was getting so frustrated, and so I decided to use the money that TikTok, the great viewers, have been giving me on there, and I invested it in a microphone so that they can now hear the lives. Because they're always asking me to go live more often anyway. So if I can at least take them to the real conversations, maybe that'll help. So anyway, that's what I just wanted to announce real quick. Eagle, thank you so much for your patience. Seriously. Are you over 18? Oh, you're muted. Oh, okay, you got it.
Yes.
You are. Great. Are you
Yes.
vegan?
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
Could you tell me what you understand veganism to mean?
I do understand the morality of sentient life that you want to protect, and
Well, not so much protect, more like I don't want to demand their exploitation. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay. My question though was the last gentleman that was talking, and y'all threw in a hypothetical of
There
the
was no
different.
hypothetical. It was a
Okay.
question. What can I
Okay.
remove from a human that it would make it okay to farm them? Do you want to answer that question also?
Well, okay. Yeah, sure. My response to that is where are we farming humans? It
Well, no,
doesn't.
that's not a question. What can I remove from humans so that I can start farming them and it would be moral?
That's a hypothetical. We would not farm humans.
Sure.
Hold
What can I remove from
hold on.
humans so that I can
Can I
start
go back to
farming them?
Can I go back to the
Do you
moderator?
lack imagination,
Because
Eagle?
you're not the one I want to talk to right now. I appreciate
Sure.
your aspect.
I appreciate it, Eagle, but like, do you have imagination? Like, if I tell you tomorrow's
Sure.
gonna rain, what would you go to? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna grab an umbrella? Are you gonna wear a poncho? Like, what do you do when it rains?
It depends on where my cows are.
It depends on where your cows are. So based on where your cows are, you decide whether it rains outside or not. So say, for instance, you're on vacation on a totally different continent.
Again, it's a hypothetical.
On a totally different continent, and it starts raining outside. Are you going to grab an umbrella? Are you going to walk without an umbrella? Or are you going to grab a poncho? Or does it depend on where your cows are?
I don't care if it rains.
Okay, but what would you do in the case of that it rains?
Again, I don't.
Let's say,
plan my day around
Eagle,
what
you
rains.
step in a pile of
Again.
poop. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Keep walking.
Okay, so you can answer hypotheticals.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah. Did you step in the pile of poop right now?
Today? Maybe twice.
No, right now.
No, I'm sitting down right now.
Okay, perfect. So you could indeed answer hypotheticals when you were asked the question. So what exactly can I remove from a human instead of dodging the question and that making a tougher time for everyone, like the previous guest did also? How about you respond to the question? What can I remove from a human that would make it okay to farm them?
Okay. Can I talk to the moderator without you interrupting just for 5 seconds or maybe 10 seconds? How do you convince people that are non-vegans to be vegan, and if all you do is bring up hypotheticals such as farming humans?
What are you talking
that
about?
That will never happen.
Do you understand that it's bad to hurt animals?
My animals have one
You're not
bad
answering,
day.
Eagle. Is it bad to unnecessarily harm other animals?
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely. Why would I unnecessarily hurt
why is it
another
immoral
animal?
in your opinion?
It's a life.
So?
It is
What's
a life.
a lie? What's a life?
A life. Life.
A life.
L-I-F-E.
Okay.
Yeah, but
It
plants
is a
are
life.
alive. Do you think that if I was to cut a carrot or cut an animal, do you think that's the same thing?
You know what? We do not know enough about the plant
So you do
species
think it's the
to
same?
know whether
You
or
think
not they
that if
have
I was to
feelings
take
or
a
not.
handful of carrots and start beating them against the fence, that'd be the same as if I was to take a metal rod and beat a cow?
If you were to beat the carrots against
Yeah.
the fence and the carrots would fall to the
Sure.
earth and not be utilized
Wait
as
a
they were
second.
intended
Wait
to
a
be,
second.
then
What
you
if I
have just
take a human
wasted
baby and I hold them in a
nutrients.
bag and I beat them on the fence?
Okay.
Is that immoral?
Wait,
There's your hypothetical. There's your
just
hypothetical.
to clarify, Eagle,
Who
you
would do
don't know
that?
enough about plants. You don't know enough about plants. We actually have plenty of evidence that plants are not sentient. You don't know enough about plants. You really want to believe, because you do this post hoc rationalization where you want to believe that plants and animals are somehow similar, when in fact plants are further away from animals than we are from animals.
Yeah, they're
Because
way
in
up.
reality, humans are animals. Therefore, when you say that it's okay to harm animals for unnecessary products, then it should be okay to harm humans also for unnecessary products. That's why we come to this question where what is it that I can remove from humans that would make farming them moral? But indeed, you probably have a problem with hypotheticals because it's incredibly difficult for you to use your imagination. Yeah, well, answer questions or use your
That sounds
imagination.
to me
So
like
I'll
you're
ask you
just being.
a simpler question. Why do you think it's okay to farm cows but not dogs? Or do you think it's okay to farm dogs also?
What happens in the morning when the birds sing? Do the plants not
Do you
respond?
think it's okay to farm dogs?
Do the plants not respond? They respond. They respond in a matter.
You're muted, Anna.
Eagle, can you focus? Can you please answer Chip's questions?
Yeah. It's a hypothetical.
I
It's
mean,
another.
No, it's
if you
not.
can't answer
It's a dumb
hypotheticals, if you're
question.
not that intelligent, we can move on. I understand if you're not prepared to
Okay,
have this
should we?
conversation.
Oh, come on. That
You're
is
the
how
one
you
telling me
guys
you can't
play the
answer
game.
Should we
I mean,
farm
simple
dogs or
questions.
not?
Eagle. Let me. Can I try something really quick?
Who farms animals
Eagle, stop.
besides
Eagle,
like
stop.
dogs?
Stop.
All right, go for it.
Okay, Eagle. In the 1700s, right, we had a thing called slavery that was rampant. Chattel slavery was rampant in the United States, right? Stop.
It was all over the world. Still
Correct.
is.
Yes. Great.
Okay, go for it.
We understand. When people, the abolitionists, were fighting to end it, there was many debates that took place, correct?
Oh, yeah.
They consistently, the abolitionists, would use hypotheticals to ask them what's the morally relevant trait difference that would justify enslaving a black person for these purposes, but not a black person, or would justify doing it to a black person, but not to a white person, right? And the same people,
Irish
right?
were white as snow.
The people, sorry, hold on, stop.
That has that doesn't
Hold
make
on,
any sense.
stop, please stop.
Go
The
for it.
people who were in favor of slavery would go and say, "Oh, you can't ask that question. It's a hypothetical, right? You can't use that. You can't use that terminology, or you can't explain that. That's ludicrous, right? You should be able to explain what the morally relevant difference is between a black man and a white man that justifies doing this kind of action to one but not the other. Correct?
Okay. So they were using hypotheticals.
Yes.
To justify slavery. And
Yes.
you're using hypotheticals.
Oh my God, no!
to
They were using
justify
hypotheticals to no. Sorry,
That's
They were
exactly what I'm telling you.
No, dude, listen.
You just
you clearly did not absorb what I just said. They were using hypotheticals to justify why slavery is wrong. The people who were trying to justify slavery were the ones who refused to answer the hypothetical.
Are you sure?
Yes.
They said because they were black? Because
oh my
white
God,
people were
Eagle,
slaves too, man.
the hypothetical they would ask would be, what's the morally relevant trait difference between a black man and a white man that justifies doing this to one but not the other? And they'd be like, oh, well, we don't enslave white people, so obviously you can't apply that logic because we don't do that right now. So obviously you can't talk about that's a hypothetical, right?
They
You're
did
doing the
enslave
same
white
thing as
people.
them.
They did enslave white people, though. So why would they?
No,
why would
not
Bro is
not
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 tracking.
chattel
How can that
slavery.
be historically
They
accurate?
did not. They
what
did
you're
not
saying?
put white people through chattel slavery, dude.
It is accurately.
Eagle has not answered any
Not
single
one.
question, by the way, so far.
Yeah.
Oh,
Any
come
single
on.
question. So
Like,
if you want to
Eagle,
You're
continue
not getting
speaking
my
to this
point, though.
person,
if
yeah.
you
You're not
can't
getting my
understand
point. If you want
like
people
Eagle,
to
do you
understand you,
understand the point being made as to why someone shouldn't dodge that question if it's being asked of them?
Okay, ask me the question again.
If someone were to ask a person in the past what the morally relevant difference is between a white man and a black man that justifies enslaving black people but not white people, should they be able to answer that hypothetical question or the basics of what that question entails?
I think so. Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's the same question Chip has asked you like 3 times now. So go ahead and
No, he's
answer.
asking about animals versus human beings, though.
Yeah.
Yes,
Humans
that's-
are
there is-
animals.
There's a huge difference there.
Eagle,
What's
Eagle,
the
what was
difference?
the
People are all
sorry,
human.
Eagle, what was the 3/5 law?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was the law that designated black people as not full-fledged human beings. So they also ran with that same argument. They said, "Oh, they're not actual human beings." Right? So they're doing the same thing as you. They basically hid behind the guise of, "Oh, well, they're not human beings like you and I, so it's okay to exploit them."
Okay.
Right? So
I don't
can you
exploit
please
animals.
just answer the
I don't
question
believe in
instead of
exploiting
dodging it for the
animals either.
upteenth time?
So
I
the
agree
question
that
is,
exploiting
Eagle,
animals is terrible.
the question, sure. So the question is, what can I remove from a human being that it would make it okay to farm them as we do with other animals?
Okay, we don't farm animals, or we don't farm humans. So
We
I
don't
can't
farm animals.
We don't farm humans, so I can't
Okay.
fathom the.
So
the
if I wanted to
that
start
answer.
farming humans,
Yeah.
and you would be okay with it, what exactly? I have
would
this
not be
magical
okay with it.
machine. I'd have this
wouldn't be okay
magical
with it.
machine that can remove anything from a human. It can remove their brain. It can remove their intelligence. What exactly should I remove from this human to make it okay to farm them?
I would say their gallbladder.
All right. It's just
So,
a
are you
child.
saying that it's okay to enslave humans without the gallbladder, or are you trying to troll right now? Because it sounds like you're
No,
trying to
no,
troll.
I'm just that's or it's one of those things that sets us apart.
So, people who have their gallbladder removed should be enslaved. That's what you're saying.
Well, they can take medicine.
So
We would
then,
not
Did you
enslave.
understand the question?
We would not enslave people. It's still you guys just reach out and grab some stuff that is not happening.
Yeah, I'm done with
If
this
it was
person. It's not.
happening,
He's
I
not worth
guarantee
it.
we would have.
Oh, I was just going to say something, but I guess it doesn't matter. We're not going to get anywhere with
I was
him
gonna say
at
you can
all.
share what you're gonna
Ego.
say though.
We want to know why you think it's okay to do what you do to cows. That's what we want. That's what we're trying to get at. We're trying to figure out your logic, your ethical system, because you clearly think it's okay that you're doing what you're doing to these cows because they only have one bad day, which, by the way, is to have their lives taken. That's more than just a bad day, if you ask me.
And often they have more than one bad day.
That's right. That's right.
Usually experience.
It's not just
Yeah,
one
you
bad day.
experience other things.
And
Yeah.
even if it's one
Yeah.
day, what gives you the right to give one day to a sentient being when you have no need
Exactly.
to do so?
Exactly. What gives you the right to breathe them into existence and then take that life from them when it is no longer, it's not necessary. We do not have to do it.
By the way, dogs, cats, cows, sheep, mice, and dolphins all have gallbladders.
Oh, there you go.
Most fish and reptiles also possess a gallbladder. Just for fun fact. Not that it matters, but I just thought that was weird that he just shouted out a random part. I'm like, are you sure that other animals don't have that? Such a weird claim. Yeah, so I mean, I know Eagle can't handle hypotheticals, but it's as it was already said so clearly by Keith, hypotheticals help test your logic. Like if you have an idea of how things work, test it through a hypothetical. Does it objectively work when you change the victim out? Like just because you think it's okay with a cow and you switch them out with a human, what then is the difference that suddenly makes those actions immoral? Or were those actions immoral always, regardless of the victim? That's what we're trying to say.
Right, right. That's right.
Like those beings are feeling. Maybe they don't think in English or, some human centric language. Oh, I'm being raped, or oh, I'm having my life stolen, or oh, they're stealing my babies. But they know a feeling of unfair. That's who I want to be around. Those are my babies. They understand that feeling of injustice. I guarantee they understand that feeling of, I don't want this to happen. Why is it happening? You don't need to be the reason for that to happen to them. Be vegan.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
The point is they feel and
That's true. I
we
keep going to the
underestimate these
welfare.
animals' emotional intelligence. We really do. And a lot of these people that argue with us, they think that these animals have to be the same as us.
Yeah.
And to going back to the point about slavery, they don't have to be the same as us. They don't have to be exactly the same. They're sentient. And it doesn't matter how sentient or what level of sentience, or do they talk like us or think like us? Do they feel? It doesn't matter. The bottom line is they have sentience. They do feel. What happens to them matters to them.
Yep. That's all that matters.
But Eagle has power over
Yeah.
them. So because he has power over them, it's justified
Right.
to do whatever he wants to animals.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
A lot of these people don't understand when they make that argument that they put themselves on the menu. Someone bigger and stronger could grab a hold of you and do what they want to you as well. Whatever they want. Do you find that moral? I wouldn't. That's terrible.
It's a position of privilege. That's what it is. Because when you're in the
Yeah.
position of privilege and you have the
Yep.
power, you can demand the exploitation of anybody else. And when somebody questions that power that you have over others, you try to lash out because you're losing privilege and you feel as if somebody's oppressing you. But in reality, you should be in a position that you're no longer oppressing anybody else. So this type
Exactly.
of person is just a person who is, like, I don't know, maybe emotionally immature or something, completely unaware of the position that they're defending.
Yeah. Well, we lost somebody. Did someone drop down? Okay. Well, I'm going to do one more just because Ian isn't working, so I can take over the room a little longer. It's IDCI. He's doing, because it's my birthday this coming weekend, May 30th is my birthday.
Oh, happy
Thank
birthday.
you. I actually am hoping to.
Yo.
Yas. Oh, wait, was that you? IDCI?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
you're a
up?
child. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
That's
too
sweet.
young.
But
Too
yeah, so
young.
my birthday will be the 30th, and I'm hoping to go live. Actually, I'll be live both the 29th and the 30th. So Vegan Stoner Lady will be live on Friday, noon to 3. And then Anti-Animal Use will be live Saturday, also, or 11 to 2. So a little slightly different time frame. But anyway, you'll see me on my birthday, and we'll be advocating for animals. But that's why Ian took the week off.
You do so much.
Say again?
You do so much.
Oh,
Bravo.
Chip. Oh
I
my God,
know.
that means a lot from you because you do so goddamn much. Like, I can't even, I mean, I don't know. You definitely inspire. I don't want to like overpraise you because that might also make you feel weird, but it's inspiring how often you
Yeah.
go out. So I appreciate your work too.
Yeah, but you definitely do a lot. Like I think you might do even more than me these days, which is bravo.
Well, okay. You know what? Let's just pat each other on the back because I think we can agree to disagree. But yeah, we'll just say we're both great advocates. But it's always inspiring to see people out there. You're gonna wait. I'm 40 again today. David, it's your birthday today? Oh, snap. Dubs in the chat for David.
Oh, happy birthday.
He said he's 40 again today.
Should we sing
Oh,
to him? Happy
absolutely we
birthday.
should. All right. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday
Happy birthday
to you.
to
Well, there might be a delay.
you.
Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday
you.
to you.
To you.
Happy
That's so bad.
birthday,
Happy
dear
Birthday,
David
birthday,
Portugal
dear
Vegan.
David.
Happy birthday to
Happy birthday
you.
to
To
you.
you. Well, that was a hot mess, but
Well, we learned what the delay was in here. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Well, David, I hope that was enjoyable. Oh, we all got to sit through that. Thank y'all. Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna call it there. I think I do see we have some other people requesting it, but I'm gonna call it. I'm kind of tired now, and a little embarrassed because I had to
It's
sing.
the happy
Exactly.
birthday.
It's the happy birthday. But I do want to say, please go check out all the vegans that are up here on this panel. Every single one of them great advocates, and they put out content. Keith actually specifically goes up on other vegans panels and goes live. So definitely go check Keith out. And like I said, everyone up here, I always mix up because I'm like going to second guess myself. I know it's Anastasia, right? Or is it Anastasia? Okay, Anastasia. Yeah. So it's like I start to second guess myself every time.
Oh,
people
don't
call
quit.
me Anna and Anna too, so I'm
Fine.
sure that other people do the same. They're like going through that same panic. I always love having you up here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having
please
me.
go check her out.
Always a pleasure.
And then last but not least, that Chip guy, please go follow Chip. He goes live on YouTube and TikTok, and often doing street outreach, which is always inspiring, and I'm always learning. He does different techniques, which are great to learn from. So, yeah.
By the way, Anna, before I leave, I learned something today that I wanted to share with you and maybe other vegan YouTubers. Banning people from your channel, the trolls, especially the repeated trolls, actually is better for the algorithm.
Is it? Okay. Good. I've honestly...
Yeah. So hiding them from your channel allows for YouTube to recommend it to other people.
Okay. I will do that. I've been really shy about doing it because I've had a lot of people being aggressive. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll ignore it because I just need the algorithm to grow. But if it is helpful, then I'm going to be very grateful.
Yeah, especially the repeated ones. You know, like the ones who keep coming and spouting the same nonsense and never change. They're not worth your time when they're energy.
There's been some that have been a little too aggressive that I've just, regardless of the harm it does to my channel, I'm like, no, we're going to block you. But it's good to know that I can actually protect my channel. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
I'll let Ian know.
And also apparently the moderation works better if it's done by YouTube. So in other words, it's better if you put blocked words and stuff like that in your moderation rather than users doing moderation.
All right, I will update that then because some words are really getting annoying how often they are abused. So
Yeah, we know
I know you know that. I'm sure actually everybody, you're right. Everybody up here knows that. All right. Well, I hope
Yeah.
that was helpful for anybody. I'm sure it's probably the same case for TikTok too. So I'll probably actually update all of that. I hope all the other content creators up here in YouTube are watching, and hopefully you learned something, because yeah, we all need to help each other grow. Get that word out there that animals are sentient and we don't need to use them. So, all right. Well, with that, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being vegan if you're vegan.
We
Oh,
appreciate
yeah. I
you.
appreciate you guys. Seriously.
Have a good one,
You too.
everybody.
All right. Well, if you're not
Bye.
vegan, be vegan. And if you're not vegan, go find another vegan live to go check out. If you're vegan, go check out another live. I don't know who's live right now. Probably Universe. Maybe Axel. Depends on what platform you're on. Go check them out. All right. I'll see y'all later. You have a great day. Oh, no. I always have that problem. See ya. All right. YouTube. Oh, everything's moving. Oh, I forgot to thank all the TikTok donations. I wanted to thank them again because they're the reason why I was able to get that microphone. I tried to look for a used one. All the used ones are the exact same price. And I was like, oh, I don't like that. So I did end up getting a new one. But all my electronics, I typically try to find used. But anyway, I wanted to thank them for giving me those funds so that we can have outreach on TikTok. I don't have my, there it is. So now I can see you guys. I'm sorry for all the trolls in there. I'm going to update, like Chip was saying. I'll try to update it. Chip is awesome. I don't know why you would call him a coward. I don't think I've ever seen Chip be a coward. He's always faced everyone with both shoulders. How many poops y'all do today? Probably more than you. Most people that are vegan eat more fiber. Oh, Pandora, I also really wanted to thank you. Kept dropping funds. Thank you so much. You're so amazing. And Little Blue Gecko, you didn't get your actual shout out that you deserved, and I'm really sorry about that. I really do appreciate you guys donating. I am going to, I don't know, maybe I don't know how to present transparency of what I'm buying, because I want you to see what I'm doing. I don't want you to think, I mean, it doesn't matter, but I just think you guys deserve, if you're going to throw money at someone, to know where it goes. So I'll try to figure that out. But I'm just really grateful that you guys want to help this grow, the team grow, even anti-animal use grow. It really means a lot. And I know I say this a lot, but it's like, it really, if we didn't have supporters, like, there's just no way that I could keep doing this. The trolls are definitely strong. They suck and they're not right. I know they're wrong, but when you hear it over and over again, it's like beating your head on the wall. So when you have support, it's like, no, you instill that inspiration back in there. It's like, no, I can actually do this. So Chip, oh, Chip, thank you so much. Dubs in the chat for Chip. He's a member now. Thank you so much. Look, you're on the train, Chip. Do you see it? You're right there. There's Chip. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so excited. The tiny advocates. I love the tiny advocates. I can't wait till you guys can actually control them and whatnot. So, yeah, dubs in the chat for Chip. Thank you, Chip, so much. Thank you. Oh, you got some fans in here, Chip. And a 6'7". I don't know, if that's a good or a bad thing, but there it is. I hear it as almost like a term of endearment, because people are like, hey, look, a common word that might get a lot of attention. Like, okay, you can throw that in here, I guess. Something about veganism is it's created by first world people creating a first world problem. Actually, the ideals of advocating for animals has been around for thousands of years. Pythagoras, I can't think of, there's other philosophers that were vegan. Was it Plato? There's multiples that understood that animals feel, and if I don't need to use them, I shouldn't. So it's not a first world problem. It's just something that's easy to ignore because it's hidden from you. Yeah, I guess 6'7" is a good thing. Yeah, the stickers! Ian made those, actually. So, yeah. Dubs in the chat for Ian making those sweet stickers. Well, you prompted them, okay? When you make scrambled tofu, do you give credit to the frying pan? Oh, I heard, and I don't know if this actually already exists, but I thought I came up with it. But we like to give peanuts to the squirrels, and I was like, I said you have to crack more than one peanut to make peanut butter. I don't know why that tickled me. How do I get to the train? Oh, you have to be a member. But I honestly, I might just switch it so that you can be on the train. You can cough. You can be on the train if you have the fried tofu membership. Because the second one is just too expensive. It's like $6 or something like that. I had changed it, but I think I refreshed the page and it like auto sets them. So I think it just. Oh, Sabby! Thank you. Oh my God. I'm like, thank you. You got 5 members. You sent 5 memberships. Does it say to who? Oh, there we are. Okay. Vegan Cats, Tad Otto, Marcos, Moon Miss Zero, and oh wait, Ben, you already had one. Well, thank you, Ben, for having one. Thank you so much, Savvy. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Wow. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you don't need to spam our chat. Yeah, thank you so much. They can't just release their goats and cows. We're not advocating for that. Excuse me. Who can't stop fishing? The poor of the world don't have the same decent choices. Oh, actually, if we stopped enslaving animals, especially specifically for the West, if we even just started there, we could feed everybody in the world with human foods instead of growing all these crops for the animals. So we could feed everybody. It's that simple. Oh my goodness. If you spam, it will be removed. I still have mods. Ah! David, look at that. You have a purple one. I love it. Oh my gosh. I tried to make a bunch of different V's as your badge ages, I guess. I love it. It looks really cool. Oh, I'm loving the stickers, you guys. You're spamming. I will take the spamming of my stickers. That's okay. And green hearts. Okay. KK, I do see you're saying you're wrong. I don't know if you're responding to somebody else, but what do you mean? Okay, I see that you're upset. Yeah, like calm down. Oh, it might be a bot.
No. It's my bot kicking.
I see. The poor of the world feed the animals and later they eat the animals, not a sustainable way to live. Yeah, exactly, Pia. Precisely. Why don't they just eat the plants directly? It's because there's an incentive to grow grains. So we could actually feed the world much easier if we stopped using animals because we'd have more space to grow human food and at the same time rewild land. So we would take a lot of carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, right? We could allow biodiversity to increase again, basically allow the planet to heal. But most importantly, we wouldn't be enslaving and exploiting someone because that's really the main issue. Even if avoiding enslavement was worse for the planet, I'd still advocate against slavery because I don't want to be enslaved. I don't care what that does to the planet. Just because you're dominant, right? I have a fist here that is really good for punching. Because I have that evolutionary benefit and I can dominate others with it, does that mean I can go around punching weak non-vegans in the face because it gives me pleasure and I'm dominant? No, of course not. Because me being dominant or having power over someone means nothing. They care about what happens to themselves. That's what matters. Not my pleasure. Them. I don't know why that's such a hard concept to understand. Like, if someone was using you without your consent, you'd see the oppression and exploitation pretty clearly, right? Oh my gosh. Look at all those bears. And there's regular people. That's kind of weird. I thought it made just animals. Got a cat and a couple owls. And a bug. Oh my gosh. There's definitely a diverse group in that train. And me wearing a mask. Yeah, punching a meat eater, even though it may give me so much pleasure, and others pleasure. If I recorded it and shared it with other people what I was doing, it would give others pleasure. So it would benefit so many people. But that person being punched, they still care what happens to themselves. What they prefer in that instance matters more than my pleasure. Say Hermes? Bro, I'm not going to eat fruta. I'm not telling you to eat fruta. I'm telling you to eat plant-based. Avoid using sentient beings and stuff like that because you're complaining about it. It's not me. Again, you guys are so focused on me, the messenger. I'm here to tell you the animals care about what's happening to themselves, and you don't need to use them just like someone kicking a dog. Oh, hey, Jasmine. My boss has come in. She likes to tell me when I need to be done. She's like, you've been yelling long enough. The boss demands her outside time. We like to go for walks outside together. Oh, I saw O was in there. Oh, it's good to see O. Yeah, that combative dissidence has it out for you, Chip. I think they have a crush on you. They're like doing that little 5-year-old thing where they pull the girl's ponytail. Are you saying I would get my ass kicked by a meat eater? That doesn't matter. What if I found a weak meat eater and I'm like, I'm going to punch you in the face because it gives me pleasure? Does that makes right? I'm going to go with no, it doesn't. Not a hard concept to understand, really. People believe in authority of government and their enforcers. Yeah, but that we don't need to have an enforcer to have inherent rights. We know inside of us that we don't want to be used against our will. We know we have this inherent feeling of fairness. He's on the train twice. It says Chip is on the train twice. See, I see Chip right here. He's in the black shirt. I don't see another one with Chip. I think this is oh. No, wait. He juked me. He went to the side. I don't see. Oh, he's a bug and the dude in the black shirt. That's because he's twice as awesome. That's funny. That's funny. Ian said that he has been adding a few people in there. Just playing around with stuff. So it's probably that he was adding Chip and then Chip had a membership. So it like doubled him in there. Yeah, you have the black shirt and you're the bug, which is right there. Oh, no, that's Marcos. Oh, where's the other bug? I thought I saw him as another bug. Are they changing out? I still see. I wonder if it's. Oh, yeah, there you are. You're off the screen. The bug is off to the right over here. We're all like waiting. There he is. He's hiding behind the bear. He doesn't want us to see him. Oh, now he's hiding behind the other Chip guy. It's like that thing that moves around on the screen, the screensaver, and everyone's waiting for it to land in the corner. That's funny. Yeah, the VHS thing. Video. I think it did say video something. I don't remember. Yeah, the VHS. That's what it was. Yeah, you were exactly right, Ian. I'm the bug, literally and figuratively. What do you mean, literally? The bug? Like you bug the non-vegans or something? Or I don't know, maybe I'm missing it. Yeah, exactly. We're here for the animals, not veganism. I'm not here to root for a team. I'm here, well, I mean, I am. It's the animals. I'm not here to root for a vegan team. I'm here to root for those that are being oppressed that need to be rescued and not exploited anymore. Yeah, you Tops, I saw you in there too. I know, being ridiculous just watching this. It's more than what? Oh, vegan needs me more than I need veganism. You know, the animals need you to go vegan. Sorry. By abusing and manipulating the convo to your bias. I mean, all we're saying is that animals are sentient. They care about what happens to themselves. And that's honestly the only qualities that we truly care about in other humans. So then what justifies what we do to other animals if we know that they're feeling emotional beings, right? If you wouldn't want to be put in that position, let's say somehow you lose your sapience, you fall or something knocks you on the noggin, which I hope does not happen. But would that mean then because you lack now the ability to have moral agency and logical to be able to be logical and think about human constructs? Does that mean we can exploit you? I imagine you would want to still be respected. We're saying other animals, regardless of what advantage they don't have compared to us, they still care about what happens to themselves, just like us. So if we want to be respected when we're vulnerable, why shouldn't we respect those that are vulnerable to us? Savvy, are you a bunny on there? You are a bunny. I love it. Yay, we're bunnies together. I'm actually just wearing a bunny mask. I'm a person with a bunny mask. You're in a whole bunny suit. I love that they kind of frog eye. I don't know if they all do it. I know the bunnies did it. Yeah, the bunny's doing it. Okay. Oh, yeah, I saw the owl do it. Oh, my gosh, they frog eye. That's so funny. Oh, they have different eye colors, too. I just noticed. Are human products vegan? You mean like made of humans? Yeah, no, that wouldn't be. I'm okay. So the point is there consent? And it'd be like the fries, the freely given. Oh my god, I'm blanking on all of it now. Reversible, retractable. I'm sorry. Well, reversible, retractable, same thing. Informed, enthusiastic, and oh my gosh, the S one I always keep forgetting. It's like really something. It's not something. But anybody remembers the S? I keep failing on the S. It's so important too. Freely given, reversible, informed. Thank you. Freely given, retractable, informed, enthusiastic, specific. Specific. Yeah, you can't be vague when you're asking someone something. That's not right. I want to fully remember the actual fries so that I can, let it, yeah, specific. Oh my gosh, now I'm just messing up on the word. Thank you. Yes. So we can't, now I forgot what I was even saying. I got so distracted. I was trying to answer someone's question and I got really, well, that too. It was John Smith, Are Human Products Vegan? It's about consent. Yeah. So if someone was like, when I die, you're welcome to eat my body, then yeah, I guess. It's weird, but yeah, that's fine. But if someone didn't consent, then of course not. I hope that answers that. I'm not trolling, just trying to understand the definition. Yeah, we're against exploitation. We're not against eating meat. The word meat, actually, the definition has changed constantly. So it's not about eating something. It's about viewing others that are sentient as a someone, not a resource to be used. Okay. Definitely the wrong person to ask. You're the problem. I don't know who you're talking to, Kay. You guys need to tag who you're talking to. Otherwise, I don't know who you're talking to. Like an organ donor? Then yeah, that's by consent. yeah, if someone gives you their body part from consent, like that's why I was going through the fries consent, like this specific, informed, enthusiastic, specific, retractable consent, right? Then that's one thing. It's another, though, if you're hunting down someone to steal their kidney, right? That's terrible. You should not do that to somebody. I don't want that done to me. Why would I do that to somebody else? I'd rather get a heart disease than to be vegan. I mean, you can still do what you want to yourself. I don't want you to do that. That sounds sad. But if you wanted to live that lifestyle, that's fine, but not just leave the sentient beings out of it. I'm not here to tell you how to live. I'm here to tell you you can live without using them. It's absolutely possible. And if you were the victim, what would you want your oppressor to do? Yeah, so, once you realize that something that you're doing regularly, and even if it's infrequent, something that you're doing is causing someone's exploitation, right? It's inherent in what you're asking for. Do you think that the right thing to do is to keep doing it or to stop? Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to talk with Chip, I mean, I wish I could pull Chip up here. I don't know how to do that when I'm just on YouTube. I do. It would be a lot of windows, and I don't want to waste that time on it. But you could absolutely go on Chip's channel too. Like, Chip goes live frequently, and he even goes on Discord. Axel goes on Discord. There's other vegans there. There's other ways that you can debate people. You're welcome to do it right here in the chat too. I wasn't trying to rain on that. Takes me like 2 seconds to ban you. You can adjust your behavior or waste your time. Yeah. An alt account. I mean, Ranger, what are you doing? What are you fighting for right now? Like, what is worth all this effort to you? Why do you feel this angry? Right? Like, what are you defending? We're defending individuals who care what happens to themselves. What are you doing? Defending your taste pleasure? Your pacifier? Okay, so John Smith, ask yourself, why was she producing milk? Why do any mammals produce milk? My partner got bored. That's true. Chip, don't waste your time with people that are too stupid to understand. You're such a great advocate. Curiosity. So veganism means I can see the exploitation in animal products. I know that there is no other way to get that product other than stealing it from somebody. That's what veganism is recognizing there's a victim at the end of this, and they don't deserve for me to demand their exploitation. They don't deserve that because they've done nothing to me. Oh, yeah. And they want to live. They care about what happens to themselves. Sorry, the cry out caught my attention. Yes. She's ready to go outside. Yeah. I do jump to ad hominem sometimes. So you're right. It is truly not that they're incapable of understanding. It's that they're purposely being ignorant because it benefits their safety corner, whatever. Yeah, so why do you think every atrocity in history has ever been prolonged? It's because those that say, oh, well, it's not affecting me, it doesn't matter, don't do anything. They don't stop supporting it, right? If those that see what's wrong, know that's wrong, take action, then change happens. That's how any atrocity has ever been overcome. Yeah, so there's something happening called cognitive dissonance. When you hear the truth, it feels uncomfortable because you probably have nostalgic memories of using animal products. You have pleasure that you get from it. There's a convenience to it. But, you know, when you consider that there's a victim, if you were the victim and someone said, oh, my convenience, taste, pleasure matter more than your life, how would you feel? Would you think that that's justified? What would you want your oppressor to do in that situation? Exactly. The point is to stop using animals as a means to your ends. Perfectly put, Pia. Thank you. You know, it may sound like a strong question, but really it comes down to basic, simple solutions, which is just moving your hand, going down a different aisle in the grocery store, not purchasing someone's flesh for your coats or their hair for your coats and whatever clothing item you think that looks pretty with it. It's because, you know, you wouldn't want your skin or hair peeled off of your body for someone else to wear for fashion. Or you don't go to zoos or circuses or aquariums because you see that these animals are being treated shamefully. We're gawking at them either while they heal, or they're being enslaved just to make sure they have a full set at that location. Have all the different types of animals to bring you in to give money to them. There are a lot of people that are too indoctrinated, but, you know, to not make us feel too overwhelmed with how terrible, I agree. It's just like there's so many of these ignorant people who are just so firm on digging their heels in, but we don't need everybody, right? There's going to be a lot of dirt clods in our way. We're looking for the diamonds because we only need, I think it was like 3.5% of the population to agree ethically that we shouldn't use animals. And that's when we're going to see the ball of change really take over. And we're really close. We really are. It's grown so much. So I really do think that we'll see it possibly in our times, people recognizing we don't need to use animals and seeing actual change happen from that. So, and it may even happen faster because they're so vulnerable and they desperately need our help. I will say, watching like the Ridgeland rescue, you do see a lot of people whose hearts are there. They're like, I'm willing to put my body on the line to rescue those animals. And I'm sure there's even more. So if more of the population was to get behind it and it was more protected to rescue each other, you know. Yeah. Yeah. We're definitely going to, thank you for that information, Chip, because we're definitely going to update all the settings. No point in wasting. Exactly. Yeah, ignoring them is another great option as well. But some of them are pretty grotesque, so you're right. Banning them, especially if they're repeat offenders, I'm glad that's still an option for us. Because I was getting really sad that we have to tolerate a lot of gross language in order for our algorithm to grow. It's really sad if that was the case. Whoa, how is that going to work? I don't know what you're referring to, John. Are you talking about us all going vegan? We would just use less ag land, right? We wouldn't need to feed all these animals. We could feed the whole world and the world would be greener. How do we get there? By you going vegan. That's the tool, that's the lever we have right now. And then if it's not fast enough for you, start speaking up. That's why I started speaking up. Because me just living by example wasn't enough for me. I saw that people made small change. But when I talked to them about why I'm vegan, what veganism actually is, that's when I saw people actually make change because they realized, oh my God, I am living out of alignment of my own principles. And humans don't like to feel like they're inconsistent. We don't like to feel like we're bad people. We like to feel like we're good people and that we're doing the right thing. So knowing that we're going against our own values really sits on us. His didn't make animals for me to stare at them, and animals die in the ground. I don't know what that means, but I do agree. I don't want to gawk at animals while they heal. That's the biggest issue I have with zoos is that they're, even though some of them have these rehabilitation blah, blah, blahs, I truly feel like if you're a rehabilitation, you shouldn't be having a bunch of children and rando people gawking at them. I wouldn't want that if I was in the hospital. People just walking by, big windows looking at me at every moment. No, thank you. That's rude. Oh, how do you get to the 3.5% effective change? No, so I forgot who it was though. I believe it was a study or it was a book. I have to go find out what the source was, but look into that 3.5%. It was that they found every time we look back at history, all these rights movements, The big change happened after about 3.5% of the population was behind it. So like against human slavery here in America in the 1800s, there was less than 3% of the population that was for abolishing human slavery immediately. There was this big, long, drawn out welfare thing going on about these slaves are taken really good care of. They're given a little pillow to sit on when they do their labor or some crap like that. So that they found that those welfare things were actually prolonging their oppression. And those that were speaking up for abolition were using logic, which once they got to that 3.5, it just exploded. Then, so many more people were starting to understand that, there's a moral issue here. It's not even about practicality. It's that those individuals deserve to be free. I know. I'll take you out. I'm sorry. You're right. She's so mad at me right now. I know. And justifiably. You're right. Oh, is it, David? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Crohn's disease is likely linked to drinking cow's milk, aka John's disease. That's really sad if that's the case. I know that there are vegans out there that have Crohn's disease that are open about it and talk about how they manage that on a vegan diet. Yeah, she's being very vocal right now. Yeah. You want to go outside? She's like, I'm not going to talk now. You just trying to make me talk. She knows when I'm trying to get something from her, and she's like, I'm not a toy. Yeah. Yeah. She's our rescue. Her name's Jasmine. They called her Martha. I didn't like that name for her, at least. She was called a level 3 barn cat, and they actually wouldn't even let us pet her without. She was at the Humane Society, and they wouldn't even let us pet her without one of the staff standing nearby because they were so worried that she was that aggressive. And she just flopped over, big old fluffy belly. I mean, we didn't really touch her belly, but we were like cuddling on her, and she was just, yeah. She had been there the longest too. She was there for like 6 months. So brought her home. We had another kitty at the time, and it was interesting because we didn't even notice that they both have these curled little tails at the end, and that's often a characteristic that the runt of the litter will have. So they were very lucky to survive being the runts. Most often, the runts are even more abused. Yeah. She is smaller. She's a small kitty. The stream isn't necessary either. So now what do we do? Well, I'll probably actually end it now anyway. I've been yapping a lot, and I really have to go to the bathroom, to be honest. So I'm going to end it here anyway. At this point, I am just answering questions in the chat and hanging out with the vegans. So I'll call it there. I'm sure, though, that Axel is up or someone else is up right now, and you can go check out, ask them questions. They'll be the same answers as me. But if you still have questions, please go find another live and watch it. Get active in the chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all the vegans for being here. Thank you for answering questions. Well, thank you, guys. I really appreciate you. Oh, the green hearts. I don't know. Seeing all the green hearts really makes me smile. So thank you, guys. And I'll see you on Friday and then Saturday for my birthday stream. Actually, I'll be doing activism, but it's for my birthday. Actually, it's for the animals, but whatever. I'll see you guys later. I'm not a dork. You're a dork, okay? What part did it cut off at?